It tickles my fans.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Still to the stars with the show, and till then it's half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof of my life, better more than no proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever. You don't know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Gucci got large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever and cute as can be. You can watch it on YouTube and view it for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Sorry for the delay. I just got a little, had to take some medicine before the show. Another case of, I mean, even if it's silent, a bark off, you know? I think that's just because I got open at night. Leroy. What a day, huh? What a night. The Cats 1-0. Hell of a game. What a fun game that was to open up the season.
Can I tell you, like, that's Spencer Knight. That could have been 8-2. Easily.
Yeah. No, it definitely could have. I heard Marchand last night saying he was asked by the hockey hornet himself, David Dwork, what he thought of the new line with Benny and Swaggy. He goes, could have scored 10 goals. Like, we played great. I mean, it was a fun one yesterday. Hell of a way for the Cats to open up the season. Get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Good morning, Brittney. How are you?
Good morning. I've had better mornings.
I bet you've had better mornings. It's all good, Brittney. Don't sweat.
Hey, you're okay. You can come out of witness protection.
Yeah, it is very dark in that studio. Trying to get us on the air.
I just got in here and it's like I have, you know.
She looks like she's about to go.
The Panthers played a fantastic game. They were excellent last night.
But I really want to talk about F1.
But I really want to talk about Lewis Hamilton.
It's like, wait, we know that's you, Brittney.
Ferrari.
Last night, Carter
Verhaeghe.
He was a Ferrari on the he played good.
It was like amazing that they put so much pressure on Spencer Knight. And dude was like glove saving. And I'm like, we caught that with the glove?
Oh, yeah.
It was point blank.
Listen, I think everybody realized when they gave up Spencer Knight, who was, you know, first of all, a kid was a teenage phenom. Then he had some issues that he went through with COVID, with OCD and things that he had to overcome to get back to the league. But he's a baby. I mean, the guy was thought that he was going to be a goalie phenom, and it is a steep price. Now they got Seth Jones out of it. Seth Jones is a pretty good trade. They won the Stanley Cup. Seth Jones, big part of that. And Sergei Bobrovsky doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon. So you felt like a level, but man, no, I think that guy's going to be. I think he's going to be a really good goalie, dude.
I mean, if it was because and I'm looking at it from the Panthers' perspective, they put so much pressure on him. I mean, they had so many breakaways. It was just relentless. And I mean, I was like, that's what I came away from it thinking. Panthers were playing Panthers hockey. Of course, had to be a fight.
AJ Greer.
AJ Greer. Wait, and it's kind of like they bumped into each other. You want to do this? Sure, why not? Now, the only problem was dude had longer arms. So
Foligno.
So when Greer was trying to come over the top, he couldn't quite reach him.
It was tough. Yeah, he had to use that head movement. It's a leverage game in hockey. And
that was the first fight that I've seen broken up where nobody went to the ice.
Yeah, they got tuckered out.
They got tired.
all right, boys, let's just have a gentleman's agreement here to go our separate ways.
Nobody loses. Nobody
Everybody-
loses.
You know, they had the and you know it's a gentlemanly fight when they clack the sticks on the bench. You know, it's like everybody.
Yeah.
It's like gladiator stuff.
Everybody acknowledged from both teams. Good fight. That was a good fight.
It's like
Good fight.
yeah, like Viking stuff.
Yeah.
We like that. You know what's funny about AJ Greer though? It's like he got the first goal of the season for the Cats. He evened it up at 1-1. But even his goal looked like he punched it right into the goal.
Right.
Like him
it was
and
very
Gadjevich.
aggressive.
It was the most aggressive goals from Gadjevich and AJ Greer just to get on the scoreboard. Tremendous.
I'm surprised Marchand didn't have a hat trick, as many breakaways as he had.
Dude, he really could have had. He was so good. He was electric, and we saw the little change that they put. I mean, it is funny. Him and Sam Bennett are like this, and they were just these guys were in
Hated
such
each
a
other.
rivalry.
Right.
It's crazy, and now it's like they're such best friends, and they love just. They're like, look at this immediate chemistry that we have with each other. This is incredible. I really our guy Evan Rodriguez though, when he took that puck off the knee, I felt terrible for
Well,
him.
first of all, I didn't know what it was originally. Right? So I'm like, it looks just like he was just skating, right? I didn't see the collision. Then I saw him take the puck, and I know that feeling. That's right where the pads aren't.
Oh,
It's right.
you could just
Yeah.
and even Bob pretty much like he'll give a stick slap. He doesn't do it, and Bob he was even like, oh no,
Right.
he knew immediately. He took it right in the. He goes, Bob, just give me a little scoot.
They had to push him.
He's like, just give me a little push.
So that thing might be puffy this morning.
Oh, I imagine so.
Yeah.
I imagine so.
You're gonna have the old compression stocking on.
And then Sam Reinhart took one off the chops, so he had to go get sewn up. Hockey.
It's
Hockey,
back.
dude. Hockey's just like
It's like you're
Paul Maurice was
hurling
like-
a frozen projectile at each other.
Yep, I thought Lundell got hit too, but thankfully the visor. I think he thought he was like, whoa. He was confused. The visor held it up. It was awesome, man. It really was. I mean, the Cats played fantastic, and yeah, I thought that Chicago, they got a lot of young talent. Obviously, Bedard's like this phenom everybody's excited about. Dude shoots a piss whistle. I'll tell you that much because he beat Bob like immediately, and it hit iron.
Right.
I mean, that thing was like, whoa, shoo,
Think.
really cool. But yeah, I mean, they get into that, that. I mean, just the depth of this team. It's so great that the first game of the season, we're all very worried about Barkov not being there and Kachuk, and it's like, all right, who's giving the scoring for the Cats tonight? New third line, fourth line. Like that's what it is.
Right.
It's like that's what we got. We got Evan Rodriguez sending it in. Mackie Samoskevich setting up the yes man, Jesper Boqvist for the go ahead. I mean,
Isn't it crazy that
the system is so incredible.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying they're not going to miss Barkov. I'm still nervous about it, but I bow in awe to the Panthers, Paul Maurice and Bill Zito with what they've built.
yes, it's amazing that when you think of great teams in any sport, the one thing you would say is this on all of them: basketball, baseball. You always say this about the great teams. That guy could be a starter in half the rest of the league.
Mm-hmm.
And when you think about that third and fourth line, they wouldn't be third or fourth lines on any other team.
No, it's incredible, man. Sam Miskevich, I'm very excited to see what his season brings. And they were talking about this with Evan. Like, it's just he's like the perfect chameleon. I mean, I really hope that he doesn't end up being like a cap casualty at some point because I really love what he brings to the team. It just feels like
He brings everything.
everything.
He's not great at anything, but he's good at everything.
We'll take a break.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll take a break. We'll hear a little bit from Paul Maurice and all the parties of yesterday's performance. Got some Dolphins to get into. Who we fired? Everybody wants to fire somebody. Got a game this week. Nobody's even focused. They got a game this week. They just want blood. And Heat, they're taking on Wembanyama tonight. Will Spo be happy? Even if Kel'el Ware puts up 20-20 tonight, will he be happy? Only if he's plus 20. Take a break. We're back after this. All right. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Florida Panthers starting off last night with a win. Baseball playoffs last night. Yankees game was wild. Everybody thought their goose was cooked.
Yeah.
And then Aaron Judge hit a monster 3-run blast to tie things up at 6-6. He hit a moonshot off the foul pole. And then Jazz Chisholm, our old friend, he put the Yankees on top for good. So they win that game and they stay alive in the NLD. I feel like these baseball playoffs are like, oh yeah, this is still just the best of 5. But they hold off elimination. Mariners, they really put that work on the Tigers last night. 8-4, a little bit of a rally by Detroit there, but the Mariners were in cruise control in that one. Big Dumper went deep. That guy's fun. That entire Mariners team is fun. Julio Rodriguez, Polanco, Arozarena. Like, they have a really fun lineup. I think I'm rooting for them. Maybe for my boy Yelich, too. You know. It'd be kind of cool if he won the World Series. They were a great team this year, the Brewers. Scheduled today, 3:08, the Mariners at Tigers game 4. And then we got the Brewers at the Cubs at 5:08. Milwaukee needs one more win to finish off that puppy. Yankees will try and keep off elimination again. They trail that series 2-1 to the Blue Jays at 7:08. And then 9:08 tonight, the Phillies at Dodgers. LA is up 2-0 in that series. So that's what we got with that, dude. Your baseball playoffs all set. And last night, your Florida Panthers getting a win. This is Paul Maurice, Leroy. Paul Maurice always waxing poetic on
of course he is.
Let's hear what he had to say on the banner night for the Cats and what it meant to him.
You watch the players, right? So they all kind of lock arms out there. It's nice for them. It's nice for all of us. You live in it you win, and then you kind of have this summer where you think about it. It almost gets to the point you forget how rare it is to be able to do that twice especially. But I appreciated the guys kind of locked arms at the blue line, remembering it. It was a really nice 24 hours for us because we don't talk about it much. And, you win it, you have the parade, and everybody leaves town, right? It's gone. And then you come back at training camp, right? It hits you. So the last 24 hours, we got to relive it a little bit. It was very nice. Share it with the fans.
Yeah, that was Goosey's, dude. I liked him. He was right next to Barkov and Kachuk, who were there sitting on the bench watching it. And then he gave a little bit of love to Aaron Ekblad, alternate captain, who was able to bring out the cup and hand it back to the keeper and just be like, I'll see you in a few months. But here
I hope he appreciates it because there was a stretch of time, I think, the team was scoring a lot of goals, but keeping them out of the net was a little bit of trouble. So in some ways, Barkey got a pass that Eki never did, right? And I think he took more unfair and undue scrutiny. I'm not picking on it. It's just the nature of play. Not much different than what Seth Jones went through in Chicago, but it was nice for him. Like Aaron Ekblad from the playoffs 3 years ago has been just awesome to watch grow. His gap was fantastic tonight, and he just quiet driver. So he's an offensive guy when he came in the league, and he changed his game, and now he's a hard shutdown defenseman. So I'm glad that he got a little recognition for how important he is to our franchise.
Yeah. You hear that? You hear that, Brooks Koepka? You know what you said about him. Too much?
I just don't know what Brooks Koepka said about him. So
why. Brooks Koepka went to a Panthers game and he literally brought a parking cone to the suite that he was in, and he just kept shouting at Aaron Ekblad, seemingly inebriated, cover my bases here, seemingly inebriated, and he just goes, Ekblad, you're a parking cone! And then, of course, Brittney, after the Cats win their first championship, Aaron Ekblad steps to the stage, and he just gives the entire beach a F you, Brooks Koepka.
Right. So
That's amazing.
Which, by the way, is historical petty,
Yep.
but funny
You kept
because
that one in the holster.
he kept that one locked and loaded.
As he should. Like, as another professional athlete, that's so distasteful, in my opinion.
You know what, Brittney? I have this debate a lot of times with people and say athletes should understand more about the people and what they're going through. But as so many more athletes get a voice, they act as if though they weren't in that same situation. Sometimes I have a hard time like really, really, really going after players. I ain't a Hall of Famer, right? So it seems odd, as much as I may know about football, it seems odd to me to be out there trashing somebody to the extent that I was better than them. Because I know how hard it is for everybody. Yeah, I tried to explain it with the young. I explained it yesterday with the young guys, right? They are not being afforded the luxury that Patrick Paul was. And it looks terrible. And people are inclined to say they're bust or whatever. People don't listen. There's two positions that are extremely difficult to come right in and play. Defensive tackle and cornerback. See, I can line up a wide receiver, and if he can't run a damn route, just tell him run go routes and use his speed and throw it up to him.
Right.
Right? Then he becomes more technical as his career goes. But he always gets to use his abilities. Same thing with a running back. If you're a great runner and can break tackles, sometimes you don't ever really fully understand blocking schemes and stuff like that because you're so talented. But at cornerback, you not only have to play great cornerback, you have to be aware on the field and know where to look and how to adjust your coverages. As a D lineman, right, you have to understand that if you don't use your hands and they get to your body, I don't care how big and strong you are, it's over. So technique becomes a big part of it. Same thing with Savai'Naya, right? One of the things they do to young offensive linemen right away, they run a lot of games because he'll chase his guy without realizing the reason why he's going out there like that is because somebody's coming in. That comes with getting a feel for the game.
Right.
So,
they can play these games with them too, right? Like there's a lot of like that defensive, those defensive lines where they'll save the time when they know to dial it up against a rookie and a weak link.
Of course.
And it feels like, and that's been so like, oh, these guys are holding up great. And then just like, as soon as it's the most critical moment, they send something at these guys that is just like, they don't even have a chance.
But what happens is when you're a young player, if you've never seen anything like it, to just assume that that guy's going to know what to do, you know, when they run those first games, you know that young offensive lineman is going to chase that guy and turn his shoulders, right? And then what happens is the guy comes underneath, and what does it look like? He can't get back because he didn't come back with the right technique to allow for that. He's supposed to, when that guy goes out, arm, so the tackle can get him. So you got to anticipate that. A lot of times with the flow of the game, with you getting comfortable doing things the first way, when they throw a caveat into something, you get lost. And it happens, and it's hard to explain. But when you don't have the luxury of being able to, like, so say if they did it to another offensive lineman and he wasn't playing, and that coach gets in the film and says, hey, Jonah, look at this right here. This is what they're going to do to you. No, he's learning that in the third quarter with the game tied.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Can't count on much these days. Can't count on linemen, D linemen. But you can always count on Sundays with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. You guys can watch your local NFL games live all season long. And you got this juicy matchup this week in week 6 between the LA Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. We'll take a break. We'll get more into that matchup. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. You got Tobin and Leroy here with you. Why are you shaking your head, dude?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. What are you upset about? What did I do?
I'm nothing. I'm into on Twitter.
Oh man, what happened?
So, well, first of all, Smeethan comes in on Twitch.
Yep.
And says, yeah, the athlete that trashed Bob for 4-goal Bob. And I said, no, let's be clear. I was stating facts and betting the trend. That's it.
You had a look. I don't want to rehash old segments.
And I was told that it had more to do with the defensive front of it.
Okay. Look, you and I can grow as people. You know, I said what I said about Andrew Wiggins. You said what you did about Bob.
Yeah, 4-goal Bob. I called it 4-goal Bob. Why? Because I was betting it.
You were peacocking a little bit more than that.
Because I was winning a lot.
You were peacocking a little bit more.
Because I was winning a lot.
You were taking liberties, my friend.
I was winning a lot.
But we could change. We could change as people. You know, it's all good.
I was winning. It was based on. I don't like this. It was based on cha-ching.
Yeah, sure. Well, you enjoyed it a little too much. You know, so there was some
winning.
There was some hot dogging on taking some liberties at Bob in the midst of the winning. The team that's not winning is the Miami Dolphins. They're not very good. You know what's interesting though? They're taking on this Chargers team, which got off to a good start. They
between them and the Ravens, they could line up and say, "Well, this guy's hurt. Well, this guy's hurt. Well, we got this guy hurt." It's
right. Well, specifically especially on the offensive line. The offensive line is they lost their 2 tackles, one in training camp, one's got a high ankle sprain. They just benched their center. So I don't know who has a good offensive line in this league. I'm sure there's like 3 teams that do.
Yep. Their top 2 running backs.
They got the running backs out, but you know, this is one of those where like, all right, can the Dolphins stop the run on this team?
I mean, the last guy's starter was out too. The guy who they wanted running the football was out.
I know the guy who the guy we expected. We're like, oh, good, a nice break, and then you know, Dowdle goes in. He goes, hey, here's 200, right on you, right on your head. So I don't know who this is going to be a slump buster for in the trenches.
Well, here's the problem. Here's the problem, and here's how it goes in that sport, right? They're going to watch the first 5 games of the Miami Dolphins, and they're going to look at how Grant plays the run, and they're going to look on the other side of the ball and see what gives Savannah problems. Now, they're developing, and hopefully they can get better. Again, they don't have that luxury. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. If they get better at it and get technically better at doing those things so they don't get beat like rookies, kind of like what Chop did last year, kind of like the process in which Patrick Paul had to go through. If they can start getting better at those things, because you're seeing it week after week after week, the same stuff. If you're not working on it and getting better, that's a problem. So hopefully, as these games go on, and every team's going to do it, every team's going to look at those 2 guys and say, let's take advantage of this. That's what we would do. That's what the Dolphins would do if we saw weakness on the other side. And so what they have to do is continue to get better, because at some point they're going to try that and think it's a get out of jail free card, and young fella's going to pick up on it. Young guy's going to use his hands. Young guy's going to, not turn his shoulders and let somebody get behind him on a twist. These are all things that you're learning on the fly. So that's what the hope is.
Chargers so far are 6th in fewest points allowed per game and 7th in fewest yards allowed per game. So
it's 13-10.
Oof.
Get the dub.
Awesome. Sounds like a fun Sunday.
And the thing that I'm worried about more than anything is not even that, but the corners that we praised the week before on Thursday night.
Oh my God.
Now all of a sudden they start playing defense with the jaws of life.
This Jack Jones is all or nothing.
They grab. I'm like, yo, are you gonna use your feet ever? Or are you just gonna grab the guy?
It was something.
Like every other play, right? Every other play they were grabbing.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, like, look, there's as it said, there's a reason the guy was available. Like, I'm sure he's not the perfect player. He had been coming up with some really stones plays for the last couple of weeks against the Bills and against the Jets. This past week, not so great. I know he was going up against that Moose, that rookie Moose.
Big receivers are real difficult to defend if you're a proximity defender, because everything is more evident. So, like, if you're running side by side with somebody and you grab them, right, it's hard to see because you guys are running side by side, same height, same, body type. When you get a big guy and then you got to, like, grab him, I mean, it was evident every time, but the reality of it is he's been doing it all year. It caught up to him.
No, if anybody's interested, Hassan Haskins looks like he's going for the Chargers this week.
Who?
So he's their third running back.
Okay.
So former Michigan guy.
Yeah, Haskins, Corum, who's I don't even know where the other guy is. He was supposed to be like great, and he kind of dudded out last year a little bit.
Jaelan Phillips, though, he says the Dolphins, not a dumpster fire.
I mean, even as a defense, how we played in the first half, really, and the turnovers. That's something we've been emphasizing. And I thought we came out and played like a really, really solid team. And like you said, all the pieces we have on offense, our special teams have been great all year. So it's not like we're just a dumpster fire and that we can't do anything right. I think that we do a lot of good things. We just have to marry those good things together and keep playing complementary football and take advantage of momentum swings and not fold when we were up 17-0.
What would you consider the fire then, Jaelan? I would like to know. I mean, if you're not a dumpster fire, are you at least like one of those trash can fires that the bums heat up their hands around?
Oh my goodness!
Like what? Like you're some kind of fire.
Yeah.
Like there's Smokey the Bear needs to be around here somewhere.
There's different classifications of fires.
Well, if he's not saying dumpster, I need to know what type of fire. He must acknowledge there's some
grease
type of fire.
Grease fire.
Grease fire. Like we got to put this out. Like I want to know. A grease fire. I think a grease fire is a good way to go. Like the cook is overwhelmed right now. He's just, thank you, chef. Oh my God, that's on fire. We can't serve the specials.
Here's grease fires are the hardest to put out, so I think that's worse than a dumpster fire.
So here's the problem with all of this. The difference between good teams, average teams, and bad teams. They're all pro athletes. They all have a level of talent. It's about sustainability, right? There's certain teams that go on the field, and regardless of what the score is, what time of game it is, you always think they're going to get them, right? Because that's the confidence you have in that team's ability. The Dolphins have good moments, right? And this is, and I'm including everybody. I'm including the coaches also. They have good moments in the game. Usually, ironically, it's the first 15 scripted plays. Look unbelievable. After that, when you have to reset and then call a game, then we start having questions about, okay, why are we doing this? Why are we? And the other teams adjusting. They go to silent and they adjust. Okay, here's what we got on first, second. I don't necessarily see them adjusting to it. It's a little bit harder for Weaves because it's hard to coach when you have to coach around a guy. it doesn't become a defense. It becomes something else. You're now trying to defend not only what you can't do, but the play of the other team. And so there's just a lot of guys on defense that, like, for lack of it, got to play better so that they can do some of the things they want to do.
Well, and that becomes the thing too, is like, all right, so like this, it's been asked this week, like, all right, when does it get to the point that you shouldn't even play the rookies? Obviously, Savannah is not going anywhere, but like with Kenneth Grant,
Too
like
late.
where do you go? Damage is done.
Yeah, you because here, and here's one of the issues that I have with what we're talking about right now. If I make it a quarterback, you feel totally different. Let him go out there and get his lumps. He's got to learn on the fly. Right?
Well, they didn't do that with cornerback. Like they had that with Cam Smith, and they did.
Well,
it.
he
were
was
like,
just that bad.
so.
Like it's not here. There's a certain level that you have to play to even warrant them putting you on the field so that you're not a detriment. Now, what has happened on this team is they don't have the luxury of doing that. So you can't take them out.
They don't have the luxury, but you would acknowledge, like being a first-round pick, they're going to let you take more lumps than they would if it was Zeke Biggers out there, who's a 7th rounder. You know, like
Yes,
it just is
but
what
the
it
fact-
is.
the fact that Biggers is playing, right?
Nah, I mean, I think he's been active for like one game. They might play him this week because you got to try something.
Right.
I don't know.
But that's kind of like, it's a tough spot to be in for everybody, including the player, right? Nobody wants to go out there and suck. And you go in there based on, what people think of you and how you got drafted, and you think, I'm going to just go out here and ball out. And there's technical aspects of what you do that you have to pick up on, and it sometimes is shocking. And sometimes it's shocking as a wide receiver, right? When you play college, you just ran whatever route you wanted. And then you get into the league and you get a little jam and it becomes more technical, getting off the ball, stemming the top of your route, giving a head fake, it becomes more technical. And so there's a lot of young players that go through that. Most of the time, teams have the luxury of not putting you in until you get to a certain level, right? The Dolphins didn't have that luxury. And so
It's because they built their roster like crap, though.
yeah, for whatever reason, they had the luxury last year with Patrick Paul, and he's playing fine. I'm more than sure they would like other guys to be able to go through that same process, but they can't afford it. They don't have anybody else. If all the offensive linemen were healthy, maybe we have a different situation.
Yeah, maybe. No, but again, that's one of those where it's like,
right.
Where did you went to Five Below to go get your rug guard?
Five Below.
Yeah.
Dollar store.
Wow, really? Jeez, I wasn't going to be that harsh. We'll take a break.
BOGO.
We'll get you caught up
with
with
left guard, get a right tackle free.
Take a break. Just a regular old second hours next. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com as the Panthers, they open up their season 3-2 win over the Chicago Blackhawks. AJ Greer, Verhaeghe. And the yes man, Jesper Boqvist, with the go-ahead goal. Those guys all lit the lamp for the Cats. They will be back in action tomorrow against the Philadelphia Flyers. I don't know what's going on with Bob. I was looking at I think that he's getting either the day off from practice. Looks like Luongo's suiting up today. Not even joking.
What?
Yeah. George Richard just said Daniil Tarasov, who's their backup, and Roberto Luongo are the goalies today at practice. But he also says that Daniil may get the start tomorrow. So we'll see. Easing Bob into it. He didn't have a ton of action yesterday, but as is when he need him, and that when things get chaotic there at the end. I mean, it was crazy because the Panthers put so much pressure on them. Mm-hmm. And like they could not get Spencer Knight off the ice. Like they were trying so hard.
That was crazy, right? He was like, and then when they took him off, it was even iffy then.
Yeah, but a couple of clutch saves by Bobby to get it done, and the Panthers start the season with a win. The Heat, they're back in preseason action tonight at 7:30, taking on the San Antonio Spurs. So those who want to see Victor Wembanyama in person, I would go get your tickets. He's fun to watch. I mean, there's no doubt about that. I actually caught him I think I caught him in preseason action last year. I've yet to see him in a regular season game. You went to the game.
I went to the game and you didn't.
Yeah, and and I was at Legoland. It was my son's birthday. That's where I was watching it.
He is tall. Like I'm like, we took pictures next to Shaq, and Shaq's a big man. It's not even close. Like I felt like I was looking at his belly button.
Well, we did take a picture with Kel'el Ware, who's also very tall.
Yeah.
And my elbow was in a very awkward spot, so I never posted it.
And Kel'el's shorter than Wemby.
He is, but this was his breaking out. Like this was his breaking out game when he had this game against Victor Wembanyama. I was just looking at some of the highlights before the show. Man, he was a demon in that game. I mean, it was lobs galore. Dunk after dunk. You know what was strange looking back at those highlights? Two things. Was one, Jimmy Butler was still playing. And I was like, wait, he wasn't gone? Because I always think of the Pacers game as his last game when he decided, I don't have joy anymore. How can I show up to the court and have my joy? But he still played. He played in this game. Now he stunk in this game, but he did play against the San Antonio Spurs. And it was his second to last game before he ended up going to the Warriors. But man, Kel'el Ware as that game went on, I mean, he was feeling it. He was out hustling Wembanyama. When he had the putback hook over Wembanyama's reach, I was like, who else in the league can do that? Like, not many guys are that tall who can actually get over Wembanyama's reach.
Yeah, it was one of his better games.
The question is, can he do something today that like Eric Spoelstra will be impressed by? That's going to be the question. That's the true question.
You know what? There's time and place. Like, I think he's going to do that now and early, but there's going to come a time where he's going to need Kel'el.
Of course.
And that approach is going to have to be totally different. So the approach he's taking now versus when I need to win games, I need Kel'el to be productive, might be a little different, right? But that's just part of coaching.
Schmeathan goes, he's tall. That's the kind of analysis you can't get anywhere else. Yeah, but I don't think you realize, Schmeathan.
No.
He's tall, dude. Tall.
You don't like, even Shaq, we go up to his shoulders. Like I was staring Kel'el and when Wemby walked by, I was staring right at their nipples.
No, he looks like
That's just for a fully grown man who's not short to look at another man and you can only go up to there.
I don't understand why they want him to shoot threes. Like
Who?
is
Wemby.
I
don't know.
Leroy, when he's around the rim, it legitimately looks
Like he's just
like a toy. Like it doesn't. I get it. We're in a day and age where everybody has to shoot threes. That's kind of the feel like, and I know he fancies himself like a Durant, like he wants to be cool.
He don't move as good as Durant.
Dude, he needs to.
He looks like his legs are going to give out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean he moves pretty smooth, but nobody moves Durant smooth for that size.
Right.
Durant, that liar. Only guy who wants to be shorter than he is. This is exactly why the Victor Wembanyama thing. Guys, I swear I'm 6'8".
Then why are you staring at the top of everybody else in the NBA's head?
Ridiculous. Brittney, you ever go down the Kevin Durant's a liar about his height rabbit hole?
Of course, it's ridiculous. Of course, he's 7 feet tall, and whether he likes to admit it or not, I don't understand why you're lying.
Well, because back when he came out, if you said you were 7 feet, it automatically put you at a 4 or a center.
No, of course, I understand, but
he has to be bribing the measure guy. Remember there was a thing during his career where we were like really on to like, oh, we're gonna get people's real heights because people were lying all over the place, typically taller. But this guy's like, hey, Bob, I'm gonna go like this.
I think I'm hurt.
Why?
You're tall, Leroy. You look short and plumpy in those 560 IG posts.
Damn, dude. That's not nice.
everyone always appears shorter than they are.
Everybody's got everybody's got a take on the old pics. We are in a commercial in the arena. That was cool.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
They put us up there.
Coming through like while we were on air. I was like,
it was cool. Yeah, they got the whole FM thing going on there. They got to fix the ribbon board though. That still says 560.
Hey, the funniest part of all that is a lot of people weren't in that studio or that building when we flipped that switch when we were on 790.
When we had the giant radio come out. That was so funny. We had a Brittney. We was like back in the day, 790 the ticket got an FM dial. And it was like a big deal, like, oh, we're gonna have Heat games on FM, Big 3 era, all this type of stuff. And and then one day we're just like, guess what? You guys are a rock station now. So now we're back. Like we're just
right.
we're back where it all started. But we went to the Heat game and
at halftime
we had a halftime, a giant cardboard radio that was out there. We all went. I think our program, it wasn't Len, it was Todd Castleberry, right? Wasn't he the program director at the time? I don't think Len was there yet. I think it was just like right before he got there. Right. And they're just like, we're flipping the dial. And literally nobody knew. It didn't need to be there, but we just took this giant radio and flipped it from AM to FM.
And we were all staring at each other going, wow.
Bit overkill, but it was fun.
It was fun.
It was a fun time.
I love theatrics.
It was theatrics. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It was A1 show poniness, radio show poniness that was going on. So anyway, 6:15 tonight. You'll hear Solana get you ready for preheat. And you guys can check that out. Are you on the broadcast tonight, Brittney? Are you producing tonight?
Yes, I am.
Oh man, long day for you, dude.
I don't want, very long days.
I won't be boots on the ground tonight, so no locker room sound from me today. I apologize.
I mean, that makes my job harder, actually.
I know. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
One preseason game is enough for this week.
I can imagine. Don't you?
Do you go to all the regular season games, though? Most of them?
I go to most of them, not all of them. I don't go to a lot of Friday night games. That's jiu-jitsu night. I don't like to miss that, so I like taking Tommy to that. So Fridays, but middle of the week, I'm catching a couple a week. Yeah. I'm excited about this season. I am. Are you? I am. Because I think I'm very excited for Jovic. I think they're really going to lean into him.
You think it's addition by subtraction? Like
I just think they're going to be different.
Right.
I don't think they're BSing with the playing fast thing just because They had Jovic was talking about this. I was reading Anthony Chang's article about like, hey, we had Jimmy. Jimmy's one of like the slowest players in the league.
Yeah.
He ISOs. He likes to get fouls, and he didn't buy into that stuff last year. They had Terry Rozier. Like, I think this team will actually lean into that stuff, and I don't know. I think Jovic is walking around with a little bit different of a swagger, and I like that he's starting. I like, I want Kel'el to be impactful too. Norman Powell, that dude's pure. I mean, I don't know if he thinks of himself as a go-to A1. I don't know.
I tell you what. We talked about how Kel'el's tall and all this stuff. Norman Powell's a big dude.
Yeah, he's built.
Like he looks like a tight end.
He's built.
Yeah.
He definitely has that build. It was he was
Wiley Heat Coyote is excited about the season.
All right, I'm sorry, Dade South. What do you want me to do?
I mean, like there are certain spots, soft spots, that no matter what the circumstance or the situation is, you're gonna come out heating 5, right? Like even till when they finished with 37 wins and got through the play-in, you were still saying we can make the finals.
I know, we sounded like such fools.
No, whoa. First of all,
I meant me and Spo. That's it, just me. Because
okay.
Spo was doing that too. He's like, "Oh, you guys should have been on that plane ride back from the play-in." Idiot, didn't know it was coming. Biggest blowout in NBA history.
So, one of the things that I'm looking,
he was legitimately like, you know what that was? The play-in, the play-in was legitimately the eye of the hurricane. Like
Right.
we had no idea. Oh, the weather's better, and then the Cavaliers just like tore through us.
right. I want to see a couple of things. One, they can all relax and play basketball. There's no tension around the organization like there was last year with the questions and whatever. Who's going to be that dog, though? Right? Now, I had a problem last year, even with Jimmy, that there were a lot of times where Jimmy wasn't aware of the circumstances of when he should have took over or not, and they have a damn third quarter.
Yeah, he basically did that 2 games last year. He gave us like all the way.
Right.
You know?
So with that being said,
Tyler had some clutch moments last year.
You still need who's going to be that guy. Is it going to be Powell? Is it going to be Wiggins? You had questions about Wiggins. Wiggins will give you 20 and a quarter, and then kind of, no, that's when you're supposed to score 40. Right? And so, like, that's what I want to see because, look, they have talent. The hardest thing last year was for everybody to get a definitive role with what Spo was doing with the young guys, with the injuries, with the Jimmy stuff, with Wiggins coming in at the end of the year. The only guy that really just came in and was a contributor from start to finish was Davion.
Yes.
Right? That was it. Everybody else had moments. So I want to see if that's going to be more consistent. I mean, between Wiggins and Powell, I do believe they got to average 30, 35 points.
Well, I heard from people, because I didn't get to see practice, but people who were boots on the ground for the practice said, and like got to watch the practices, they said that Wiggins and Powell were like the best, most consistent guys every day at camp. Like they just carried themselves as like steady veterans. So I'm curious to see how that all turns out. But yeah, I think I don't know what to expect as far as a record. I could definitely understand people who'd be like, bro, playing again. Okay. I understand they've earned that. I mean, 2 straight years. But I think that they got some things they can lean into that are definitely more intriguing than in past years. And I think that that's exciting. If you guys don't, well, I don't care. Wild Heat Coyote is going to Wild Heat Coyote.
Yes, he is.
I can't help who I am. Just am who I am.
There always has to be an optimistic fan. The one
Thank
that sets the unrealistic expectations.
Yep. Look, I promise that, if Kel'el Ware cooks Wembanyama again today, that I won't overreact, okay? I won't do that. But if Jovic does, I mean, I can't be held responsible for what I say. We'll take a break. More to come here on the show. We're back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM as we take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Leroy went off to go hobnob with Jay Crawford. Jay Crawford, Jay, what do you think, man? You think that we traded Joe Flacco? No, I love you more. No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
It's your favorite day of the week.
I'm not the Guardians to talk about anymore. What do you think about Donovan Mitchell?
Okay. Enough of this already.
You know, that's just gonna be them talking about Joe Flacco.
Oh yeah, 100%. I really, I find that look, good for them. They got Joe Flacco. They ended up with an extra pick for getting Joe Flacco. I kind of feel bad for Dillon Gabriel in some regards because, like, man, it feels like nobody gives a rat's ass that this guy is the starting quarterback. And it's like this poor kid, he was a very productive college player. You know, does he blow the doors off with you with the talent? No. But, I mean, this guy is obviously they saw something in him and they were like, you know what? We're going to go in this direction. We're taking him above Shedeur Sanders. And just everybody just cannot wait for him to lose this job to Shedeur Sanders. And it's nothing against Shedeur Sanders. I hope Shedeur Sanders has a great NFL career. I don't necessarily think that if the reports are that he could have gone to Baltimore or other places and would only go to a place that he really thought he could sneak into a starting job, I don't think that's the greatest look in the world. I would have questions about that for sure. But I just kind of feel bad. Like, man, everybody's already talking about, like, well, does this mean that Shedeur Sanders has a greater shot to start now for the Cleveland Browns? It's like, well, yeah, like by just math, he does. What do you mean? Of course. But
Well,
everybody just can't wait for Dillon Gabriel. I was talking to even some Browns fans. They're like, I can't wait for 12 to be the quarterback. And I'm like, I get you. Like, it's fun. It's more interesting. Like that first preseason game, we were all into what Shedeur Sanders was able to do. And, you know, there's that wow factor as far as like personality, X factor, being Deion's son, and the fact that he did have this fall from being maybe the number 2 pick to this. But man, Dillon Gabriel's, everybody's just like, ugh, get this guy out of here. What is this guy's an opening act? Just get to what we want to see. All right, Browns.
There was more. I was laughing because there was more coverage on Shedeur becoming the second string quarterback than there was on Dillon Gabriel having his first start for them. Like the first thing I saw when Joe Flacco got traded was now Shedeur Sanders is the second string quarterback. It's like we're reporting on second string quarterbacks.
Yeah,
okay.
That's what it feels like. We're just knocking down to get to, and again, he might be awesome, Shedeur Sanders. I don't know. I found it I think like all of us, I found it quite shocking that he fell as much as he did in the draft. And so we're going to be captivated. Like this does happen from time to time where a quarterback, we don't explain why they went where they went, and we just got to see what they got. And especially when you're a college star coming in, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow, you have that kind of you have that kind of buzz behind you, and it's like everything is a thing. And so I don't know. I mean, it feels like, look, they knew what they were getting into when they took it. They had to have known that this was going to be a thing at all times. I was laughing yesterday, Brittney, because Tuesday is typically NFL day off. Somebody tracked down Shedeur Sanders at a car dealership appearance and was asking about the Joe Flacco trade. I'm like, what do we do? We have to go boots on the ground to go find Shedeur Sanders immediately to go get his reaction to Joe Flacco getting traded.
Did he mime this time or no?
He actually answered. He actually was very PC. He was like, Joe Flacco, Joe's the best. I learned so much from Joe. He
got his ear.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that they did. I'm sure that his dad was even yesterday. I think he was asked about it. And he goes, I don't really care about the Cleveland Browns. I was like, what? I'm like, he goes, I love Shedeur Sanders, but I don't care about the Cleveland Browns. I'm like, all right, that's fine.
The PR team got in their ears. The PR team for their family is working overtime, I fear.
Man, it's crazy.
But like, how are you going to say that? Because it's like that just goes to like show that those reports that happen before this, like before the draft process and everything, are 100% true about him. It's like he should, like Deion had a lot of control in what happened, because it's like you care about the player, not the franchise that he's playing for.
Yeah.
That's not a good
And
look.
I
Like,
definitely
why do you have
wanted
to
to
comment on that. Like, why do you have to comment on that?
And I definitely like when he said that, the last place I think that you're like that you want your son to go, respectfully, because I know the Dolphins are no first prize right now. But I think when everybody goes into the league, the last place they probably want their kid to go or their organization is Cleveland. Like,
Exactly.
if you want to talk about an organization you wouldn't want your loved one to end up on, I'm sure everybody's blessed it's the NFL, but if you had your ways and you knew he was going to go somewhere in the NFL, you just knew that for a fact, and you could, the place you wanted to avoid was Cleveland. So, because I mean, like, and I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna tell. Look, I'm not gonna be a phony about this. When it comes to Browns games, will I be more interested when he's starting over Dillon Gabriel? Yes. And Dillon Gabriel's a very nice man. I met him in Indianapolis. Very nice kid. We talked about his puppy.
I was just gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want Shedeur. I kind of want to see Shedeur out there as a starter. I'm here for it. I'll be tuned into the Cleveland games if that's the case.
There's just a level of me that feels bad for Dillon Gabriel because nobody wants this greatest moment and opportunity of your life. Nobody cares about it.
I know.
Nobody, other than the Gabriel, the family, and you know the team. I'm sure at this, but like everybody's just sitting here being like, "Come on, you know what we want. Do the thing, and give us Stefanski. Make the move that we all want you to make." So we'll see. We'll take a break. We'll get into the mixed bag here on the other side and dive all over the sporting world, including a big night last night from your Cats, the Heat, getting their new offense going, and some NFL happenings. Back after this. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Got Heat basketball back on the air tonight as the Heat take on the San Antonio Spurs at the Kaseya Center. Alejandro Solana, Tommy Tig will get you going. 6:15, we got pre-Heat on the air. Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert will call all the action from the Heat's house as the Heat have their third preseason game. We'll try and get you an injury update at some point because I know that yesterday some of the guards did something around practice. It wasn't like a full go, but I believe Davion Mitchell started working a little bit yesterday, and Pelle Larsson and Kasparas Giacochonis did some parts of practice. No Fontecchio, he had a leg thing, and no Terry Rozier, he's got the hammy. I think it was a hammy. Was it a hammy? Maybe I'm confusing him. And then Tyler Hero's dealing with the ankle, of course. But some of those guards are on the mend, so that's good news. I don't know if they'll go today, but maybe soon. Maybe soon we'll get a look at some of the other pieces of the Heat backcourt. I kind of want to see what Giacochonis does in this preseason. All respect to the Myron Gardners and Jameer Youngs of the world. They had a nice little alley-oop connection in that fourth quarter. But I just want to see what the first round pick. I want to see what he's got on the Heat court. But it is that time of the show where we mix it on up. Let's get to the mixed bag. All right, starting off in the mixed bag, we will start with the Heat and Bam Adebayo, who spoke at practice a little bit yesterday about his role in this new offense. And he says right now, his biggest concern is making everybody comfortable. Here's what Bam had to say.
I'm old enough to realize, it's early, but I want guys to be comfortable. My job right now is really a lot of teaching and making sure guys are in that spot, but also making the extra pass so we get comfortable. But then when we start incorporating the offense, I'm going to shoot the ball.
All right, well, good. I wasn't like fond of a lot of what I was hearing there because I don't need Bam to be a passenger princess. Okay. I'm sorry, Bam. Like this is not the team nor the time where I need you to just be filling up your Stanley Cup, having your neck pillow, and just sitting there listening to podcasts while we got other people driving. So I need your ass to get some shots up. That's what I need. Hasn't exactly gotten the drop so far in the preseason. Brittney did get a bunch of free throws in the first game.
No, he's been pretty not. I don't want to say bad, but I mean it's pretty bad.
Hasn't gotten off to an inspiring start so far, especially when we had to deal with like 2 months of this last year. But I got my faith in Bam that he'll get it going, and I do think a faster paced offense can actually benefit him. That he doesn't think so much and doesn't short circuit and always go for the fadeaway and all that stuff. I think just put your head down. I think it can be very hard to corral in transition if they actually commit to that. So
he's always been better when he's attacking the basket. So
100%. The more he thinks, he's done a very good job of putting some good fadeaway moves onto his game and all that. I just think he got a little too complacent on it, So we'll see. And he's always been a fantastic playmaker. He's always been good at getting guys open and getting guys involved. So I do think that those things are very positive. But don't you be a passenger princess, man. Okay, I'm not allowing that. All right, I'm not here for that, dude. Anyway, moving on. A man who is not a passenger princess because he came to the Cats right away and he's like, oh, I get to score a lot. That's Brad Marchand. And this is what the Rat King had to say on getting his ring.
It's bigger than my hand. It looks great. It's a tough time to have little fingers with a ring like that. But no, I mean, it's incredible. The Viola family did an unbelievable job at putting that together and such an incredible keepsake. We'll have for the rest of our lives and be able to pass down to our kids. But it's unbelievable. It's kind of crazy that every year you can continue to top these things. But they definitely they put their heart and soul into it, and you can see it.
Yeah, he's right. It feels like I do like they kind of just kept it simple to a ring, though, because I see some of these rings now, and they're like, look, it does tricks. Like I saw the Eagles ring this year, And look, I'd take a Super Bowl ring, however, but the Eagles putting look, the wings pop open, whee, like it's Batman. Just have a ring.
And was it like the Chiefs that like you could open it and it was like the field inside?
Yeah.
And it has like a piece of the game ball, like in a piece of the grass. I do like that the Cats kept it simple. But they are just like those rings are massive.
Yeah.
And they're unwearable. I'm just like, can we do something that's a little bit more wearable?
I think the first time I remember this actually happening was the Marlins. I remember Jeffrey Loria, who was an artsman, and just like the rings, because I remember the Angels ring in 2002 was just kind of a normal ring. It was just like, that's a normal ring, just diamonds, has little Angels A. And then the Marlins won the World Series, and like it was the size of your fist. It was ridiculously big. So it's cool. I'm happy for the Cats, but yeah, I'm with you. Just no more tricks. I like a little bleep talking on the engravement, but I don't need you to have an obstacle course in there, right? This is not Nicolas Cage and National Treasure, dude. Okay, I don't need to solve mysteries with my ring. Weird. Deion Sanders, we were just speaking about Shedeur, the aforementioned comments that he was asked about the Joe Flacco trade at his Colorado press conference yesterday, and here's what Deion had to say.
I got that text during practice.
I was just wondering what your reaction is.
I don't give a damn about the Browns at all. I care about the Colorado Buffaloes. I do love me some Shedeur Sanders, don't believe that. I care about him. The rest of that mess, I don't, okay? I'm a coach trying to win just like they're trying to win games, but I could care less of who they traded.
All right. You believe him? I think you gotta be a little interested.
He got really angry. I don't know. I just feel like that's such a bad look. I cannot be the only one that thinks it's such a terrible look to have that kind of response. You're trying to I get what he's trying to do, but he failed at it miserably by becoming so defensive in what he said.
I think it's one of these things where I feel like the Sanders family feels some type of way about some type of collusion because of however the draft process went down. I think they feel like they were made an example of. And I think if Deion has been so unapologetic in a lot of the things that he's done because, well, he's one of the greatest athletes that's ever graced sports.
Yes.
And and his coaching has gone pretty great too. Especially seeing, where he's come from, what he's built up to. You guys be into Deion as the Dolphins head coach? It's another story for another day. But I just think that's why it is. And I'm with you. I think that, I think anybody normally would probably go the route of, all right, well, now we got to play the humble route. And that's just not what Deion Sanders is going to do.
No, I get it. And I guess that's shame on me for thinking that they could take the humble route. And I really thought Shedeur was doing better. And then he came out with the miming. And I said, I thought you were doing better, my friend, but you're not. You're just still the same old guy.
Speaking of trying to do better, Minkah Fitzpatrick was asked about his reaction to the fans' reaction and if he's been paying attention to any of the fan outrage online. And this is what Minkah Fitzpatrick had to say.
Minkah, I'm sure you could figure fans aren't happy right now. I'm wondering if you're aware of their feelings through social media or interactions with them and what you think about that.
No, I'm not really aware. I don't pay attention to none of that. Learned that lesson a long time ago. My first tenure here.
It's look, I don't know if we're in the mood for cuteness right now, but that is funny. That's objectively funny because I remember Minkah Fitzpatrick's mother was out on Twitter just roasting the Dolphins and how they were using her son, and that eventually, of course, led to his breakup here. And yeah, it didn't go great. It wasn't great. I'm sure Minkah Fitzpatrick is feeling, weird that he's in this situation of being back with the Miami Dolphins. You see the team that you were with. It's a little Tyreek-ish, but you didn't really want to be here. Tyreek was thrilled to get traded to the Miami Dolphins. I don't know if Minkah Fitzpatrick was
thrilled for the money. I don't think he was necessarily. I think he was blinded by the money aspect of that. I don't know if he was thrilled to be on necessarily the franchise or the situation that he got himself into, but I mean he had a choice in that's Tyreek's choice, and I think Tyreek will always have to live with that. Minkah, he got away from it, and then he was traded back unwillingly. So there's definitely bad blood there, and I do think it's funny, objectively funny. It would be a lot more funny if we didn't suck so bad.
It would be, but we suck so bad. He did get a pick though, so that was nice. He finally got on the board.
Like, wow, finally.
He did get on the board. We'll hear a little bit more from Minkah coming on later on in the program. But yeah, it is interesting because, it is a shame that this organization right now is in such tatters and they're so bad because it's funny. You mentioned the Tyreek Hill thing, and it's like, yeah, everybody when they first want to come down here, they're like, yeah, this obviously seems awesome that you're going to be in South Florida, an amazing place to live. You got these incredible facilities. It's going to be a scene. But man, the losing has made it so toxic down here that you're like, man, is this going to even make this place undesirable to come to? Probably not. But it just feels like it's been such a cycle of big time names that have ended up down here and then it just goes poorly. And like I was listening to a little bit of some clips of Odell Beckham. He was on Channing Crowder's podcast, The Pivot. And yeah, even he was like, oh, I was sold a bill of goods. I was told all this. Like, dude, you couldn't get on the field. Like, I get it. I'm not here to say that the Dolphins are a good organization, but like you were sold a bill of goods and you were hurt. Like we all were sold a bill of goods too, that you were going to be ready to play football right away. And then it turns out, oh, no. We knew the entire time he wasn't going to be ready. The fans were sold a bill of goods on Odell Beckham Jr.
No, of course. Sorry. We all got excited about that. But I think going back to your point about the feeling like we're not a desirable place, I feel like that's if you continue with this front office and this coaching staff, I think that it's going to become a place that nobody wants to come to. You have to change something.
Have to. I mean, it's one of those things where look at what's going on with the Panthers right now. All right. It used to be looked upon as a joke to go and want to play hockey in South Florida. Like, oh, you're going to go to South Florida. You're going there to retire. You're Yammer Yager. You're going to go there just to kind of, live up the ladies' life and, put some more stats up. And now everybody's, I saw Roberto Luongo came out on Twitter and he was making fun of the Edmonton Oilers because they were able to get Connor McDavid at a discount. Now I know it's kind of a prove it deal, but his point was like, he goes, oh, that damn state tax. And it's funny because that's all everybody's like, oh, it's the state tax. Nah, it's also just amazing to live down here. And the thing that has changed is the Panthers are winning and they've got their organization running like a machine top to bottom. And so it's such a wasted thing that the Miami Dolphins have down here. The fact that they live down here. How could you waste something like this in a sport where everybody has come down here? Jalen Ramsey was saying, he's like, well, I mean, maybe I wanted to go there for the wrong reasons because I wanted to live in Miami and love Miami, but they're not about winning. Deshaun Elliott comes out and he goes, yeah, it's the culture down there. It doesn't connote when it's like, yeah, dude, it has nothing to do with the city or how awesome it is down here. It's maybe there are people who are partying their ass off too much. I can't deny that, but this organization being as rotten as it has been for the last generation has contributed to that, not the city. And go ahead, Brittney.
Oh, sorry. No, I was just agreeing. I was like 1000%. I think this front office has done irreparable damage. And that's why they have to pay for that by being fired because nobody's going to trust to come down here if Chris Greer is still your GM or Mike McDaniel's your head coach. I just don't think that that's the case. Nobody is going to find this a desirable location, no matter how pretty the beaches are or how pretty the women are or the state tax or any of those things. People care about winning, and I think people think that they don't care about winning enough to be like, oh, I want the money, I want the beaches, I want this, I want that. But then you come down here and you're losing and you have that, and it's not as fun anymore. And that's what we've seen with every single person that has come through Miami.
It's been very, very frustrating, and we'll get into this on the other side. But there's reports now about the future Mike McDaniel, how bleak it is. Some others are saying it's not inevitable that he gets fired. And then I mean the stuff on Chris Greer just makes you want to bang your head through a wall. We'll take a break. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hello, Leroy.
What's up?
How is Jake Robinson?
Well, hey, you know what's crazy? Man, I need somebody to start winning because holy smokes. Like, now they're talking about why Shedeur Sanders isn't playing. I'm like, because Dylan Gabriel's better. At this point, they go, well, don't you figure they should give him a... No, the coach trying to win. The coach, his job is on the line. He ain't just going to throw somebody in there willy-nilly.
It's still, is Stefanski still on the line? Like, do they kind of know, like, Stefanski, sorry about saddling you with that whole Deshaun Watson thing.
It doesn't matter in the end. It doesn't matter in the end because, like, no matter how bad your situation is, hell, I give you a perfect example. Look up in New England last year. Mayo.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the problems with, saying we hired a minority, right? Is that situation right there. Who was going to survive that? Were you ever going to give patience to in that spot, white or black?
The thing that was weird with Mayo is that, like, he was the coach in waiting supposedly for like years. That's the thing that was strange about that.
Right. And then he got 12 minutes.
Pretty wild. Let's get to some headlines, which are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Panthers win last night, 3-2 over the Chicago Blackhawks. Let's listen back to some of the calls here from last night as the Panthers got down 1-0 early, but then AJ Greer decided enough of that bleep. We're going to tie it up 1-1.
Panthers back the other way. Up the near side, Cunningham. Now in front of chance, and they score. This game is tied. It's AJ Greer right there on the doorstep, able to jam it past Spencer Knight. The Panthers able to tie the game at 1 with 8:54 to go here in the first.
He might as well just punched it in with his fist. That's how AJ Greer goes about it.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Very aggressive. Very aggressive. You know, he got into a little fightsy there, but not before that. Carter on the power play.
Now in go the Panthers. Rodriguez. It was poked away, and then out of the right circle. A chance for Samoskevich was stopped, but now it's picked up and they score, and the Panthers take the lead. It's Carter Verhaeghe right out in front, and the Panthers take a 2-1 lead. A power play goal for Carter Verhaeghe.
Swaggy. That guy's good. He was all over the place, too. He was flying around yesterday, Carter Verhaeghe.
That's the thing, man. They have so many, like, skilled, like Marchand is like an ant out there. He's all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah. He's loving life right now. He really is. It's something. And it feels like with Tkachuk out, he's going to be kind of the national voice everybody goes to for the Panthers. He's doing the pregame interviews, all that type of stuff. But I will say, you know, it's interesting. We had Kevin Weeks on yesterday, Weeksy, you know, and he was saying, remember, I mean, like he kind of just threw in, but he goes, listen, dude, Tkachuk and Barkov are going to be back. He's just throwing it out there. And then he said it on the broadcast. Like
nonchalantly, too.
Yeah, and he said it on the broadcast yesterday. He goes, Barkov's going to be back. And I'm just like, he is? Like, I probably should have asked him, like, you promise?
Again, without necessarily knowing what the injury was and just saying he had knee surgery, it's kind of like there's a lot of things that, you know what I mean? So I don't ever know what the recovery time is based on what the injury is. There's different levels to it.
Well, they've said
that all the time.
Yeah, and they've said the recovery is going to be 7 to 9 months, but Barkov's sitting here and goes, nuh-uh. That's kind of his response to it. Like he's gonna go. He's like, oh, that's what you tell me. I'm gonna recover faster. Basically, Barkov has just put up. He's just basically challenged science to a fight. That's what it sounds like.
Science always wins, dude.
I don't know. Does it against the captain? I don't know.
Like it doesn't matter who it is. It doesn't matter who it is. Like again, you can have torn ligaments that go anywhere from 6 months to a year, depending on all the other stuff that's going on in there. Without knowing that, to come up with a legitimate time frame when you don't have access to what was actually wrong, all you know is knee surgery, is a little bit ridiculous.
I don't even think he's off crutches yet, and he's just telling people, I'm going to be back. I mean, Eric Spoelstra saying it, Weeksy. Those guys wouldn't lie to us.
Now, can I ask you another question?
Yep.
If you're the Panthers and you have that investment in him and he's coming back and you think he may be able to come back at the end of the year, do you even risk it?
It's hard because it's history, right? Like, how could you deny if he wants to be back?
It doesn't. It has nothing to do with history. It has to do with your body.
I mean, I get you, but he is under a guaranteed contract. So, like, if he wanted to come back, are you saying from saving him from himself? Because I feel like
Correct.
This is a Barkov thing.
Correct.
I think Barkov and just hockey, he's gonna be like, I want to play. Like they did the same thing happened with Kachuk. Like you could have said that with last year.
Yeah, and
but do you think Kachuk would have turned it down?
No, I know, but that's you. Like that's why I said the Panthers. I didn't say Barkov.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't expect a player. I don't expect a player to ever say he's not gonna play.
Let's hear the last goal. This one also assisted by our boy Mackie Samoskevich as the yes man. He batted it in off the air.
Forsling there ahead of Nazar. Forsling straight on for Rodriguez. Rodriguez across center. Sent down to the corner, bouncing puck. Samoskevich up front, they score, and it's Jesper Boqvist charging the net, and the Panthers take a 3-2 lead here in the third.
Oh, what a time to be alive. Doug Plagan's on the call there as the Panthers get their first win of the season. The Heat, they're going to be in preseason action tonight, taking on the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama. We'll see what happens with the Heat guards, but the Heat so far have been going with a starting lineup of Powell, Wiggins, Bam, Nico, and Jaime Jaquez Jr.
4 preseason games?
I think there's 5. I think they have this. No, I think there's 6, actually. Yeah,
2
I
weeks,
think it's
right.
I think the 6 is the most allowable. They had the Puerto Rico game that got added in there. I think they have a few days off after this one. They don't play again until Sunday. Then they play Atlanta, and then I think Memphis, and then that's it.
Somebody pointed out earlier, I mean, Atlanta, everybody's 6'8" except for
Trey. Yeah, no, they're full of pterodactyls. And Porzingis is now there.
Really? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he's there. We'll see if he's healthy. You know him.
He's another guy. Didn't he have bubble guts for a whole year?
He doesn't know what was wrong with him. He doesn't know what was wrong. He doesn't have really an answer on that. It's this mysterious Porzingis injury. I'm not sure, but he did play in Eurobasket.
Okay.
You know, maybe in the future he'll be catching laws from Yakachonis for Latvia. Who knows?
Who knows?
But I have a subscription, so I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted.
You ain't paying $30 a month for that.
No, I paid $30 for the year.
Oh, for the year. Okay.
$30 for the year. $30 a month. Oof.
Have you watched another basketball game?
That was not Eurobasket?
Yeah. No, I'm saying since the Euro tournament.
No, but I get the notifications.
You're on notice for you.
I just haven't taken them off. And I'm just like, because it's not one of those apps that bothers you. It only tells you when a game is coming on. So I'm like, oh look at that.
He's going to become a scout for European players.
You have absolutely zero idea.
Mm-hmm.
Can we put the number on half of games you will watch of Euro basketball before that?
So you're saying how many Eurobasket games will I watch?
Correct.
before my subscription is up next August.
Yes.
I don't know. Hard to say.
No, it's not.
Maybe there's somebody. Maybe I want to watch a little Slim Jesus. Some
Hey, in the
urine.
words of, it's okay. They know. We know.
No, we don't know. I don't know.
You're gonna have to renew it next year.
Because Euros every
Can you do
2
the math?
years.
Can you actually do the math of how many games you've watched?
I watched a lot of games this year. I watched.
Probably average, I would say he averaged $3, $3 to $4 a game.
I find that crazy for Eurobasket.
I watched every Swedish game. I watched every Serbian game. Watched a couple of Slovenia. I watched some Greece. And I probably threw on Italy there once or twice. Look, I'll be honest with you. I wasn't as into Simone Fontecchio, but I had never seen him play before. So I was like, yeah, I'll dabble in Fontecchio. I'll tell you what's weird about Fontecchio. Everybody pointed this out in the locker room when we went in there. It was really weird because Fontecchio traded for Duncan Robinson. Okay. He's in Duncan Robinson's locker. And strangely, when he wears a dad hat, he kind of looks like Duncan Robinson. And so, I walked in there and I'm like,
if I would have said something like that, you'd have been like, what are you trying to say?
No, I'm telling you, dude. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, dude.
What do you mean, you people?
He had on the dad hat low. I'm telling you, dude. I know if you looked at them,
that sounds right? If
I get you, but I'm just telling you, if you looked at them face to face, you'd be like, they don't look like each other. But it was something about the hood because Duncan always wore hoodies and dad hats. So he had the hoodie, the dad hat low, and I was like, you kind of walk in. So the way you go into the Heat locker room, Duncan's locker is right to the it's on the immediate left, and so you're like, Simone, you're like, is that Duncan Robinson? No, Simone. I haven't asked him yet if he likes the nickname the Gondola.
Dude, why do I think when you go to the Heat facility,
-1
adult supervision?
I'm very grown up, dude. I'm so professional.
You're not.
Yeah, you know what? I will say I get his interviews, like his recorder interviews, and he sounds very serious, very stern.
Oh no, that's you're not familiar with reporter Tobin.
That's me being a professional, Brittney.
Wait,
they want me to go in there and make whale noises.
Brittney, we've been arguing about this for years. Like old show pony, all of a sudden you hear him asking the question, hey, man, like, who is that guy?
Professional. I'm a buttoned up professional.
I will say I had to hear the question back to be like, is that Tobin?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. All low.
I'm not here to look. When you're a journalist, it's not about you. You're not the show. And so I'm not here to be the show. I'm trying to go under the radar. We'll see if we can get some funsies. We can make people laugh with Nico calling out Jaime Jaquez Jr. But, as a professional, I need to remain buttoned up.
Nope. Nice try.
We'll take a break, get into some Dolphins on the other side. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy. It's that time, ladies and gentlemen, for a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, brought to you by the Lexus TX. Room for all your passions in 3 rows of luxurious comfort. Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer as the Dolphins get ready for the LA Chargers. Report out, Leroy, yesterday from, what's this dude's name again? Tony Pauline, NFL insider. And he said, he wrote that after the week 1 disaster, when the Dolphins lost to the Colts, I reported that league sources were telling me that owner Stephen Ross would pull the trigger and fire Mike McDaniel if they were not competitive over the next 6 to 7 games. Since that article, the Dolphins have lost 3 of 4, just winning over the lowly Jets. Tensions are starting to boil over after the loss to the Panthers. McDaniel admitted during a press conference on Monday that Stephen Ross is, quote, really frustrated. So when could he be sent packing? The same sources who told me that McDaniel was on very thin ice after their week 1 loss predict that Ross will wait 2 or 3 more games before deciding on whether to pull the trigger on the head coach. He also writes, many wonder if general manager Chris Greer will also be cut loose. Sources tell me that they do not think that it's definite that both head coach and general manager will be fired at the same time.
Oh, so you're going to let the general manager pick another coach?
I'm telling you 100% that's what's going to happen.
Wow.
That's going to happen.
That guy, I need to know what he's got.
Hey, I think a lot of people are wondering that. I think there's a lot of people wondering what does this guy, what does he do or what does he got that is involved in this? There's also, I saw this on Dolphins Talk Twitter. They put a clip up from the Rich Eisen show. And Jeremy Fowler, one of the ESPN insiders there, he referred to Mike McDaniel's seat as moderately hot. Moderately hot.
I mean, listen. I don't care what the level of heatness is.
Hmm?
We all know it's a hot seat because they losing. Simple as that.
He also says that Stephen Ross's kids are involved in the process. And that
they all went to high school with Mike McDaniel.
I don't know how. I don't even know how. I know Stephen Ross's daughter took control because remember it was going to go over to Bruce Beal, and then old Brucey got caught tampering, idiot. And so then it was I don't think Stephen Ross's kids were going to take over the team, and then that changed. So I don't even know which kids are involved or what. That's that's a little bit of a mystery, but we'll see. The thing that's interesting about games and at home is that there's nowhere to
delay things.
Yeah, there's nowhere to run from it. You can't, I know that a lot of the guys are saying, oh, I don't see the fan reaction. That's cool. I'm not here to call anybody liars that they don't see stuff, even though I'm sure plenty of them do. But you can't hide from empty seats. You can't hide from booing. You can't hide from banners. That's right in the owner's face. And so that can always change things. And I understand people who are and I don't even disagree with the thought of hey, what's the point of firing Mike McDaniel? Especially if you don't have a good replacement, which I don't know that this team does. But I do think there's got to be some element. You do have to have people re-sign for season tickets and all that type of stuff. There is an element of showing your fan base, hey, we're not going to stand for whatever this is. And having a fall guy. So I don't know. I mean,
it's a big problem because of this. Some of the things that are going on do have a lot to do with the way Mike McDaniel is doing things, and some of it doesn't. Some of it is unfortunate. Some of it is just the hand you've been dealt, and you trying to deal with it. And so when you have this reaction from the fans, they're not being, they don't do that. They want a body. They're not going to peel back the layers of the different reasons as to why the team is the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe an owner would, or a GM would, or a coach would, right?
Right.
They want somebody to pay. My only question would be to this. The way the NFL is going now, the retreads are no good.
No.
So you're going to bring in another new coach.
Yep.
And for everybody to think that that's going to be better, he's going to have a lot of the same challenges that Mike McDaniel had.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you could have people, though, like look at the, Jacksonville situation, and they'd be like, well, Liam Cohn, Mr. Do. I mean, that guy turned around vibes for their team, and they had an established coach. They had Doug Peterson. So
okay.
You never know. It doesn't just because you don't just because you don't know that the solution will be better doesn't mean that it can't be better.
Correct. But just because you've seen somebody else's situation be better doesn't mean that your situation is going to be better.
Yep.
And that's the problem. When
There's
you see other people that are having success, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about this. What's one of Jacksonville's strengths?
Defense.
Defensive line up front, right? What have been to this point one of the Miami Dolphins' weaknesses? Defensive line.
Yep.
Right. So changing the coach does what about that? That's my point is that, yeah, you can there has to be infrastructure there for a guy to coach. There has to be something there for a guy to develop. And the growing pains of this organization right at this moment, regardless of how much it sucks, is based on that. And it doesn't matter who the coach is. These players are still going to go through that, and they're not going to be good until they get through it.
Well, the tough thing about it is if you have the same guy picking the players, right? Like that's the thing.
That's a whole nother
right. Because you can't say that somebody new wouldn't have better answers or new ways or be more committed. But if he's hamstrung with having Chris Greer as his GM and he goes, let's make it the Jags coach. Let's make it a Campanelli and say, hey, Campanelli, we love the hard knock speech too. We need that intensity. You're our new head coach. Cool. Hey, by the way, I'm thinking of drafting this guard. Now, hear me out. He's missed the last 2 seasons with ACL injuries, but if he's healthy, that's it. Like if you have that guy still selecting players, I just don't know. I don't know if there's any way to get out of Robbie's aforementioned cycle of doom.
This team has had more players come in on crutches for their opening press conference than I've ever seen. Limping, shoulder straps. Yeah, that's another thing. But again, there's a perfect way to figure this out. If you're the owner, are we this way because of the players, or do we have the players and it's the coaching or the scheme? That's it. Like, you got to be honest with it. Mm-hmm. You got to be honest with yourself with it, and then make a decision accordingly and go from there. Because you should be able to go to every organization and make that determination, right? You should be able to. And a lot of teams don't. A lot of teams make up imaginary reasons as to why the team is the way it is. Sometimes it's in-house fighting. The GM will go to the owner before the coach can, right? There's a lot of that because they're human too. But I'm going to tell you, I've never seen a team sign more injured players or guys coming back on the rebound than this team has in the last couple of years.
Cap says Joe Rose for GM. I think Joe wants to leave Joe alone. Let Joe nap, dude.
Joe wants to play pickleball, take naps, and get up very, very early and drink up all my coffee.
Yep. And he just wants to hose down whoever the next GM. I will say though, I listened to that press conference, the post game one, and Kim Bokamper had like 4 questions in a row because who's going to tell Kim Bokamper to shut up? Nobody. And I could tell he sounded like he wanted to stuff McDaniel in a locker. Like he was just like it was you ever hear somebody like reasonably angry, like you're just like, you could tell like if he wanted, like he's probably seething inside, but he's got to keep his cool because professional reporter. But like you could tell inside he's probably just like he's in his mind. I feel like he's got Looney Tunes of him just grabbing McDaniel by the scruff and punching him in the face.
Like in that little imaginary square you see in the
Yeah,
cartoon.
the imaginary square.
Yeah, like where that's where all little cartoon people dream in that little bubble.
Oh man, it's so sad right now. All right, we'll take a break. Get to our favorite Wednesday game. Rats off a ship. That's next.
rats off a ship.
Welcome back, everybody. It is time for us to put on our snorkels and flippers.
Ooh. Jennifer got on alpaca. You got to block that.
Looks like it's like bleached. Is it like bleach?
It's a band shirt, but it's bleached, yeah.
Right. Very grunge.
Sorry.
Not knowing how to do your laundry is grunge.
Okay, I got it like this. Let's relax there. I know how to do my laundry.
No, I understand, but that's their symbol, just to know they're hardcore. It'd be like, you know what's rock and roll, guys? Not knowing how to mix detergent and bleach.
I've actually bought a shirt at a concert I went to last year, and the girl ripped it right in front of me. Made it more grunge.
Really?
It's an art. It's an art.
And they also like spray painted it. So
they made it there.
Yeah, it was really cool.
What do we got today, Jennifer, for Rats Off a Ship?
Well, first things first, we're going to start off with an apology from Jonathan Gannon.
Arizona Cardinals head coach in some hot water. Let's hear what he had to say.
I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Omari, apologized to the team. And I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me, and it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game. And we can't let it happen moving forward.
All right, there you go. Cardinals head coach was fined $100,000 by the Cardinals for his exchange with Amari DiMercato after, of course, the blunder of the fumbling in the end zone.
It's a weird dynamic there. Like everybody's trying to look good, right? The Cardinals finding their coach for doing that. Here's where you know whether it crosses the line or not.
Mm-hmm.
None of the players came over there, right? They were all standing right there.
Mm-hmm.
Football's a different animal in that there's a lot of yelling, a lot of cussing, a lot of, getting guys where they need to be in a very forceful way. I don't think that him hitting him in the chest like that was hitting, more like
let's go.
Right. Exactly.
Come on.
And I don't think the coach was trying to demean him more than letting him know the ramifications of his carelessness, right? There's certain things that you do in life that require, like even with your kids, like, no, don't do that. And hey, right? It's kind of like that. Other people see it differently. And I think the Cardinals find him to look good. I'm not rats off a ship as far as what he did, and I'm not rats off a ship with his apology, because I could see him really feeling bad. He seemed like it was he genuinely probably let his emotions get the best of him, even though that's what all coaches do. You ever see some of the coaches yell on the sidelines? Come on.
For sure.
Right. So, yeah.
I'm rats off a ship on the apology.
Really? Why?
I don't think he means it. I think he likes what he did. I think that he knows that the guy blew the game. And I think you're right. I think it's football. And I think that we're very heavens to Betsy on these things.
First of all, that's in-house stuff, right? Mm-hmm. The words that were spoken between him and he didn't make a big spectacle out of it, even though they were closed in on it. I think it's easy for other people to jump inside of that situation and say, oh, you never talk to another grown man like that. Well, you'd be surprised.
Sometimes when things are chaotic, you do.
You'd be surprised at some of the things that are yelled at. Hell, how about the two coaches getting in a fist fight years ago? Because one threw a pass at the end of a game, right? Was it Buddy Ryan and Kilbride? Is it what was his name? Yeah, the offensive coordinator. Football is like it. I try to explain it that you can't look at that sport and certain sports like you would talking to another man on the street. And it's amazing that fans take that approach because they yell crap in the stands that they would never yell to somebody in the street because they get their butt whooped.
Yep.
So I love the way people are stepping up and saying, that was too much. How dare you? I want everybody to listen to what they're yelling in the stands. When is that ever too much?
Where are your rats, Jennifer?
Rats off a shit.
Rats off a shit.
I'm speaking for the chat here.
What about you,
very angry.
Brittney?
I am rats off a ship. I think that's $100,000 fine apology.
Yeah.
Is what that is.
Make it good, John.
But
I also think that I'm rats off a ship on the Cardinals fining him publicly. I think that's, like Leroy said, that's an in-house issue. I think that's like the Cardinals are notorious for being a pretty lousy organization. And I just find that really bad if you don't just handle that in-house. So I find that weird. I thought that it was extremely inappropriate what happened. I was very taken aback that he hit him. I don't think that should happen. But again, I've never played contact sport. I've never played, a sport to that level. So I don't know. Who am I to speak on it? But I just think the whole thing is it's just not a good look in general by anybody in the situation.
It's not a good look, but to who? Right? Because the parties involved, the teammates, the coaches. Usually when something like we've seen on the sidelines where things get out of hand of a coach and a player, two players going at it, the players jump in right away.
Mm-hmm.
All the players were just standing there, which means that he didn't go.
He just blew the game. They probably were pissed too.
No, I get it. I understand. And that's why I'm saying, I don't know the circuit. I personally was very taken aback by it. I was like, oh my, I've never seen I've seen players and coaches yell at each other, but I've never seen it get physical in that sense.
Back in the day, they used to shake that face mask and shake it up.
No, I mean, I know I've seen things, but I don't know. I've just never seen it. I guess in recent years, you haven't seen anything like that.
In the realm of physicality, tapping that shoulder pad the way he was is not that big of a deal.
What's number 2, Jennifer?
Minkah Fitzpatrick has some advice for Kenneth Grant.
All right, let's
hear what he had to say.
Hear what the safety had to say.
In regards to motivation, that's something that KG has to do himself. You're a professional football player. If you need any external motivation, which I'm not saying he does, I'm just saying in regards to what you're presenting. If you need any type of external motivation, then you're in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? If anybody has to push you in order to reveal to you that you need to be better when it's clear that you aren't doing well, then you're in a bad spot. Which if that's where they are, they're young guys and we have to help them be pros. But at the end of the day, I see KG work. I see all these other rookies work, and I know that they're trying to sharpen their tools and get better. There's a period for grace, but then there's also a period for sharpening. You know what I'm saying? And even though they're young, they're out there on the field and they had to do their job. And I know as leaders, we're gonna push them to do their job, and as young guys, they're gonna turn the corner.
All right, there you go. Minkah Fitzpatrick yesterday on Kenneth Grant.
That's about accurate.
It's accurate.
Well, the question was probably posed to him, what do you say as far as motivating him to and that's kind of how the question came out. So that's why the comments were there. He's right. He's right. You should hate sucking. You've been a competitor your whole life, right? You should.
Well, this is the thing why I'm rats off a ship. When Minkah Fitzpatrick was sucking as a rookie, he hightailed it out of here, and he took it to Twitter. So I got to tell you, dude, maybe take Kenneth Grant to Chipotle and give him a little motivation, okay? Something, just a little bit of a, get a burrito bowl over it, talking to be like, hey, baby.
That doesn't work like that, dude.
I was there, too. Hey, Chipotle and a burrito bowl in this situation could fix a lot.
So you think that there's another player in that locker room that could motivate KG, right?
He is the most accomplished defender in that locker room right now.
Yeah, but he answered the question appropriately.
He answered it appropriately.
Like, you should be doing the work to get better.
You should
and realize you suck.
If
you're not,
hold on, he should be. But did Minkah Fitzpatrick even at a young age? He would even say he's matured. Did he not handle things not always the best? So maybe even if you are a professional, not everybody is. And so maybe
he was never considered the worst at his position.
Well, that's true. I mean,
so this coming from a different place, right? As much as Minkah complained,
maybe they just go. I'm not saying, look, just take him out for a pumpkin spice latte, just something to talk it over, and a little comfort for Kenny G.
You have very basic ways of fixing things, and I think both of them are going to send you straight to the bathroom for bubble guts.
Pumpkin spice latte?
I don't know. I've never had them, but it's a latte.
You drink pumpkin spice latte?
I think
I don't.
Yeah, that's not. I don't think that those are the two things that they should be doing. Yeah,
it's very calming. I was looking for a.
Me personally, watching him in the last couple of weeks, they need to go to Salad Kingdom.
Is that a place?
Is that a real place?
Could be something. Could be nothing.
Where are your rats, Jennifer?
I'm not rats off a ship, and I do not have any weird advice to give him. Don't go to Chipotle. Don't do that.
Hey,
Brittney.
I'm rats off a ship with you, Tobin.
Rats off a ship.
Why?
I saw the comments last night on Twitter, and I went, oof. I just don't think. I think Tobin's right. I don't think that out of everyone in that locker room, Minkah Fitzpatrick is the one to talk about that. I just don't think that he is, and I feel like it just shows me that defense is not a unit, which is very obvious on the field. And if you can't, as a veteran and as somebody who's established, look to a rookie and try and help them, or feel like a need to, like, not feel a need, but feel like not even an obligation, but just feel inclined to help motivate a rookie like that who's struggling, I find that very odd. And I think that means, like, it just proves to me further that Minkah's rats off a ship.
Minkah doesn't feel like he wanted to be on this ship. He'd rather be on the Pittsburgh ship.
The one good thing that happened to me was I failed forward. Right? Right? Yeah. Every time I switched, my team got better. I mean, think about this. I went from the Baltimore Ravens, who were terrible, like 4-12, Carolina, who ended up in the NFC Championship game, then Minnesota, who that same year ended up in the playoffs.
Stun Steve says that Hollywood Brown had Minkah Fitzpatrick looking like the worst player in the league. That was a bad game, dude. Remember that Ravens game? Woo. Woo-hoo. That was not fun for Minkah.
Yeah, man, we got to be careful. Like, let's be careful with demanding that one grown-ass man go to another grown-ass man and tell him what he need to be doing. Like, I don't because the same stuff that you're going to say, but that's your teammate or whatever. Say, okay, in the previous one, that's your coach.
Did anybody get? I'm sure you weren't like in need of motivation. Nobody gave you guidance, like even if you were struggling a little bit.
No, because we sucked. We were 3-13, and
well, that seems to be
there was like
right now.
There was like 30 guys that were turned over. Now, I will say this: the two guys that were in my room helped me out the most, with Eric Metcalf, Kevin Mack, and then and then God, I forgot his name. Who left the fumble? Ernest Binder. Isn't that something? You remember a guy by that?
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. And Ernest Binder. So
They still put him in the Browns' Twitter accounts, though. They love him.
Yep. Well, guess what? When the Cavaliers won the championship, they invited him.
That's adorable.
Yep.
Give us one more, Jennifer, for Rats Off a Ship.
Well, how do we feel about LeBron? What?
Do you say? Well.
Because this kind of had me rolling my eyes a little bit the other day. LeBron James on redoing the decision for a Hennessy commercial.
I'm not Rats Off a Ship on this, to be honest with you. Like, I knew immediately when LeBron said 24 hours, the next decision. I knew immediately it was a commercial. I don't understand why people are mad at LeBron James for making oodles of money from Hennessy. Like, it's a very
everybody thought that he was going to retire.
Well, those people, respectfully, if you thought he was going to retire,
there was many people who thought he was going to retire. I just thought he was being a little show pony, to be honest. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah. If you really thought he was going to retire, I got to be honest with you. You're high as a kite, Yogi. I don't know what to tell you. He ain't retiring. He's making $50-something million this year. Like, why would he retire? And you know what LeBron James did? He decided, be a little marketing genius. Come out with something, and I'm going to let everybody know that I think.
Well, everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron,
that great.
fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
VSOP? And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Why?
I feel like it's going to give me the best opportunity to win more at hosting. And not only that, win at signature cocktails.
Wow.
So here's it. Yeah, can I just say this, you idiots? And that's right, I said idiots. You had to know that something was a little fugazi with the guy asking the questions.
Yeah,
you know he ain't going with just Joe Rando.
Yeah, if it was a real decision, Jim Gray would have been there.
Jim Gray, right?
How does Jim Gray always find his way into all these things?
Jim Gray has been. But so, like, when I saw that guy, I'm like, who's that? Oh no, he ain't announcing nothing.
Yeah, I don't understand why people are mad at that. I'm not Rats Off a Ship.
I'm not Rats Off a Ship. Do you? Like, just imagine the world is so consumed with you. That means you're doing something right. There's two people that really haven't done nothing wrong to nobody, but we sit here and complain about them regardless. Taylor Swift, LeBron James. They ain't did nothing to you.
Wow.
Nothing.
It's a sensitive topic for Tobin.
No, he not. Please.
Look at him. He's waiting to say something.
No. I'm not going to say it. We don't have time. We got to get to where are your guys' rats?
I'm not Rats Off a Ship. That's fine. Like,
I'm Rats Off a Ship. That's so annoying. Like, don't be
I'm also Rats Off a Ship.
So you fell for it? You thought it was a real announcement? With
no,
that
it's not that I fell for it. I saw it and I went. I rolled my eyes. I was
that
already
was my reaction
because it's like it's so. Oh my gosh! Like why? He's just a show pony, like you said. He's such a show pony.
Yes!
Great idea.
Yes, he's a show pony.
It's annoying.
Why?
I didn't even finish the video. I just said, "Oh, okay, next."
So
I was like, now we're all gonna go up in arms. All these people are buying tickets to the Lakers games and they're freaking out and oh my god! And it's like
that was crazy. Yeah, people like the tickets spiked for his last game. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like,
yes, people were literally.
People are so dramatic.
Can I just say this?
I have to see LeBron.
Can I just say this? It is not LeBron's fault. It's not Hennessy's fault. It's not whoever that dude was asking him the question across from him, which nobody knows, right? That you have been duped. It is not anybody's fault. That dude was just making a commercial. Hennessy was just trying to put a fancy twist on it. That dude was just whatever he was doing. I don't know who he is. Did anybody know who that dude is?
I don't know who that guy is. No,
That
no.
in itself, once you see him and you don't see Stephen A. or Jim Gray
Definitely not
or
gonna be Stephen A.
somebody
doing that.
important, he ain't making that announcement to Boo Boo the Fool.
One more thing. He made a mockery of the actual decision, and I also don't appreciate that.
I don't think he did make a mockery of it. He's just making money off of it,
Hennessy
which everybody else did.
You think he's the one that wrote up the commercial?
I mean, he just copied his words. They changed South Beach to Hennessy. Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin, Leroy here with you. Bless you.
That was a cough.
Kind of. It was like a tweener. I don't know what that was. It was weird.
My family does that too. They always say "bless you." I'm like, it wasn't a sneeze.
Yeah, but you would agree that was like it was a.
Can I please ask you something?
Yeah.
Can you not start conversations with me so you would agree?
I'll do that as soon as you start with conversations and stop asking permission to ask a question.
Man.
Can I ask you something?
We might need some counseling. Something.
Can I ask you something? Give us a weather report.
I got it.
Give us a weather report because it'd be raining over here.
Jennifer, it kicked in like 5 seconds after. Oh, okay. There you go. Like I got it right away. Yeah. When he did a me.
It's sponsored
I know he was.
It's sponsored by Chill Zone AC, featuring the reliable Rude AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
So I told y'all about yesterday. You're going to have a great morning. It's going to look like it's going to be okay. And then in the afternoon, you're going to get a thunder shower. It's definitely coming. Today looks more of the same. Although I will say, let me move my voice over. I will say this. It looks like it might rain a little bit sooner. The winds are blowing about 15 miles an hour coming out of the east. It's looking partly cloudy over here to maybe more on the more cloudy side. But you know the rain's coming. I don't know how to say it. I don't know. Listen, if you ask me what are the percentages of it raining in my area, I'm going to tell you like this. After 5 o'clock or after about 4 o'clock, 100%. So just don't plan on doing nothing after 4 or 5 o'clock because that's when it rains this time of year. They didn't say it was going to rain. They didn't. I'm telling you right now. I went to 595. It was pouring and it was sunny at my house. You can't predict that.
Yesterday I was driving to work and it was bright as hell out, pouring. I'm like, this just makes sense.
You can't control that. So plan accordingly. If you want to do something on the weekend, do it before 1 o'clock. Get up and do it in the morning. If the later you wait on in the day, the chances you have to get it ruined. I'm just telling you. That's bro science. Bro's weather. I'm looking out for you. Stop turning on the TV and looking at weather maps.
Very
and all
aggressive
that stuff.
weather report.
I'm just saying.
Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Hyundai or DoralHyundai.com. Odell Beckham, turns out when he sucked for the Dolphins last year, he was a big cheater. He was suspended 6 games for PEDs.
Not for nothing. It wasn't even worth it. I'm like, damn.
He said the line. What's the line, Leroy, when you get busted for PEDs?
I took something that I wasn't aware had
unknowingly.
Dude, let me tell you something. There's only one way to take testosterone. That's when they say testosterone on the bottle.
They said my testosterone was too high. I don't know what happened.
Nah, but too high is, like if you're taking testosterone, it's way up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on. Like, that's okay, dude. That's okay. Go ahead, dude. Like, serve your 6 games suspension or whatever. Like, you came and got our money. Right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not retroactive, right? Like the 6 games suspended.
No.
It's not like they go get to take it back.
No, he got it in the offseason. So if he signs with a team, he got to miss 6 games. So
Sure.
I'm like, yeah, there's certain things that happen in life that there are no mistakes. right? People that have 3 times the necessary testosterone level can't say I ate a piece of bad meat, right?
Canelo used that one time.
Yeah, but it
Way
depends
to
on
fight.
how elevated. Like, yeah, no, that's all right. I'm not mad at him. Like, the thing is, I'm not mad. Like, do you? That's fine, but don't just own up to it. Like D. Gordon when he the smallest guy in Major League Baseball. He say I'd have been 127 pounds if I wouldn't have.
His explanation though years later on a podcast was crazy. He goes, they were trying to keep me from keeping him from the Triple Crown. I'm like,
you weren't close.
Listen, that wasn't going to happen, D. And why would anybody feel the need to besmirch the name that is D. Gordon?
Right.
Like, what are we talking about, dude? Sometimes the things people come out with, I'm like,
you would be better off just saying, I take full responsibility and move on. People will respect that more. Think of all the guys who have fought. Braun, the cyclist, who else got mad at folks?
Yeah, when you say Braun, you mean Ryan Braun.
Ryan Braun.
Just so you're clear.
LeBron.
Well, people have their own suspicions.
Oh, Braun.
Yeah, Braun.
Braun, not Braun. Braun.
One of my favorite PEDs moments was, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but like in 2016, 17, some Clemson players got busted and they blamed their hair products. And it really was my favorite moment ever. It was like, there was something in our hair products we don't really know. And I was like, hair products?
Yeah, it's called testosterone.
Yeah, it's like that was one of my favorite.
You rubbing that cream on your yeah.
Like,
my favorite was when the Dolphins drafted Deion Jordan at number 3 overall, and everybody's like, yeah, all he needs is just put on a little bit of beef, you know. Maybe we were joking like on the radio those years, like, you should take steroids. Busted for steroids next year. He's like, that's a great idea.
I mean, like, what the hell? Like, they moved up to get him.
Yeah. Oof. I'll tell you though,
I feel more like, now that I think about the two situations, you couldn't even limit, like the Browns can't even limit Lord Deshaun Watson.
Mm-mm.
They lost 5 picks and didn't get a quarterback.
Yep. Yeah, it's bad. And they don't even want the quarterback who's playing to play right now.
Dylan Gabriel?
Yeah, they're like, come on, we want to see Shedeur, baby.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with that. You know what a coach told me my rookie year?
What's that?
Right before he got fired. He said, if you start listening to the fans in the stands, you'll be sitting with them. And the funniest thing happened not too long from that. We were playing a football game, right? And everybody was tired of Bernie. So they start yelling the backup's name. Pago, Pago, Pago. It was Mike Pago. Pago. So Bud Carson threw Pago in and took Bernie out. Pago threw a pick 6 his first pass.
No.
Guess what the fans did? Bernie, Bernie, Bernie. And that was the last time we saw the coach.
Did Bernie think it was funny?
Everybody thought it was funny. We thought it was hilarious. like, I mean, you can't, come on.
Man. I tell you, he was a backup to nobody. That's the best dry cleaning in all of South Florida, dude. And that's our friends over at A&T Dry Cleaners. The owner's Ara. That's our guy, all right? You can call or text Ara anytime at 954-610-9383. That's 954-610-9383. It's fall season. It's Halloween time. Maybe you got to get your costumes prepared for those
homecomings.
Homecomings, Leroy. Yep. Family get-togethers. You got the Thanksgiving get-together. Got to have your wardrobe looking right, all right? Got those autumn weddings, maybe, Leroy?
Nobody gets married during football season, dude.
So, no, that's not true. People do autumn weddings all the time. Very popular season.
Autumn wedding?
October? An autumn wedding, I think, would be so pretty.
I think October.
Really? When your team's 1-4, it would be.
Well, yeah. If you're a Dolphins fan,
not about them. Not about them.
I'm literally flying out to Portugal on Friday to go to a wedding. So
Are you really? Okay.
yeah. You're
What
wrong,
you want-
Leroy.
Are they American?
Yeah.
Okay. They decided to get married in Portugal?
Yes, they decided to have a destination
That's
wedding.
cool.
Can you ask them if they should put up a statue of Evan Rodriguez over there? Just
Why?
asking.
Okay, I'll ask. I'll make
He's
sure.
Isn't he
Portuguese.
Canadian?
I'll report back.
Well, his father's Portuguese. Let's get back to A&T Dry Cleaners, huh? 40 plus years owned and run. They keep it in the family. They can do same day sewing. Got a seamstress on site. That's ours mother. So you're getting the best care on your clothes, Leroy.
They service all of South Florida, Dade, Broward, and Southern Palm Beaches. They can pick up and drop off your clothes. I was a big fan of the show. Just give them a call, 954-610-9383. Mention Tobin and Leroy, and you get 25% off your order. Who doesn't like saving money? And I promise you, once you use A&T Dry Cleaners, you'll never launder your own clothes again.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Got a full slate of baseball coming up today. Got Mariners at Tigers. Game 4 of their series gets going. Brewers at Cubs. Milwaukee's up 2-0 in that series, so they'll go and try and bust out the brooms today. The Blue Jays, who had the Yankees on the ropes early yesterday, they got to try and finish it off today. Game 4 of the ALDS at 7:08, and then at 9:08 tonight, Phillies at Dodgers. They will try and put LA will try and put that series away as well. Jerry Jones was fined $250,000 for giving the finger to a Giants fan.
They deserved it. They deserved it.
How do you know?
I'm dealt with fans. You think that fan was like, "Hey Jerry, how you doing?"
I don't know.
You know damn well.
I don't
Stop
know.
sitting here acting like that fan was like,
What
"Hey,
did
Mr. Jones."
What did that Titans owner get for double birds? What did he get?
Oh
back in
my
the day?
goodness,
That was great.
That was funny because
Was
he
it
had on
Bud
that.
Adams?
He had on that seersucker suit, light blue. Oh my goodness.
Bud Adams, obscene gesture.
The double birds.
Bud Adams was fined $250,000 in 2009 for the double birds.
Oh my goodness.
Gave to Bills fans.
He could barely get those little hands up.
Oh man.
Oh, it was.
He was going.
Who was it? Jeff Ireland. Somebody yelled, "You should fire yourself."
Yeah, he said. I think he called the guy a bleep hole. Which, look, it's not a bleep hole thing to say, but fire yourself is funny.
It's funny, but again, like I don't understand why people think they could go to another grown man and yell whatever they want with no consequences. Right? We live in a crazy world. Because I don't think Jerry Jones is just walking around shooting people with a bird.
Do you? I feel like he does.
I feel like somebody yelled something at him.
Oh, yeah? Well, let me tell you something. We're number one, unlike you.
Gives him the old bird right there. Right out of the. Didn't he claim, though, that he was trying to say, I meant to. I think his comments were that I meant it to be a thumbs up. I'm like,
Wrong finger.
Nope.
I don't. It's really hard to mistake that. Yeah.
But I'm just like I'm all for it. Listen, we need to stop with people thinking they could do whatever they want because there's not going to be ramifications based on who it is.
He gives the thumbs up, the bird, and then points the finger. He used all his fingers. He knew exactly the path he took. He said, he told 105.3 The Fan, that was unfortunate. There was a swarm of Cowboys fans up front. It was right after we made our last touchdown, and I put up the wrong show of hand. It was intention that it was a thumbs up.
Dude,
you had already hit the thumbs up.
Hey,
so you negate it.
Can I just say this?
Hey,
I don't care how hammered, how concussed, how whatever I was. I have always known the difference between a thumb and a middle finger.
Yeah, nobody has gotten concussed.
Especially mine.
Yeah, when you
I feel like you're more alert about your middle finger when you are in those.
Whenever somebody gets hurt and carted off, they always give the thumbs up. Nobody gives the finger.
Nobody accidentally does the other one, right?
That'd be hilarious.
But I just think we need to get away from like people thinking they can yell whatever they want to other adults.
You and me in the broadcast booth, we watched him. Well, that's unfortunate, Leroy, and he's giving a sign there to the. What is he doing to the fans?
They say you go. I remember one time I hurt my knee and I was getting carted off the field.
Yeah.
They say you gonna give a thumbs up. I say hell no, I ain't okay. I'm like, this hurts. I'm in pain. I'm not giving a thumbs up. No.
Tyreek Hill was trying to show a brave face when he got hurt.
Yeah, well, okay, but again, sometimes if you have a total tear or a dislocation, If you don't crack any bones, it doesn't hurt. Right?
I don't know.
But then if you have a partial tear and it's bleeding, right, because of the tear, then you have like fluid and so then it becomes more painful. But yeah, I ain't never thought that. Ooh, let me give the fans a thumb up to let them know I'm okay. Because no, I'm not okay. That's why I'm getting carted off. Like, give a thumbs up if I could walk.
You know how, like, yeah, Evan Rodriguez did not give a thumbs up yesterday when he
No,
got pucked.
he was like, hold me up. But then I don't understand. Like, that's the thing of being life flighted to trauma because your stomach hurt and then you just had gas, right? Like, the way they wheeled him in, we thought he was done for the year, right? And then I turned my head and looked back. He was back on shift.
No, that's a crazy sport. I'm sorry. Like the fact that they just take these frozen things off their face. All right, Rhino, get out there. Like, do you imagine if that in baseball you get taken out for a blister? They're like, oh, he's shut down. He's going to the IL. Right. Sorry. Reinhardt's out here. He's bleeding from the face. He goes, oh gosh. Got gauze up there. Looks like a woodchuck.
Oh man, let me tell you.
Tough.
Facial injuries hurt.
Almost got Lundy yesterday. And you can't hurt Lundy. That's a handsome face. You can't just take out Lundy. He's Mr.
I don't understand. Can I just tell you, if I was a hockey player, I'd have a football helmet on.
Me too. And like they had to like make them put the visor on.
They had to make them put the visor because a lot of them would just go helmet.
Yeah.
Like, are you crazy?
They were doing no helmet back in the day.
That's why none of y'all got no teeth now. Right? And Kachuk chews his mouthpiece. He needs something in front of his face because he don't even put the mouthpiece in.
How many times do you think Kachuk's mother told him to put the mouthpiece in? And he just did that as like, it's in, Ma.
I think she got tired when he was a child.
She was married to Daddy Kachuk.
I understand.
She ain't telling him to put his mouthpiece in.
I was watching the Face Off show, and Keith Kachuk sitting there with Mrs. Kachuk and the sister, and they're like looking for Tay Tay because it's game 4 of the Stanley Cup, and you're like excited. Taylor Swift's there, and he goes, "Guess I'm the only one here who came to watch their sons."
I'm like, yeah, come on, dude.
Hockey.
Yeah, none of them got teeth, and they won't wear anything to protect their mouth.
Nope. I think they're gonna make them wear. Like, I think if you're coming up, I think you have to start wearing more stuff. But
I have never there's guys that play in the NFL without a mouthpiece in.
That's crazy.
I find that hilarious, crazy.
Yeah, Tua has like a mouth guard. It looks like he's wearing Invisalign. Doesn't even look like he's wearing a mouth guard.
They have smaller ones. Like the whole point of the mouthpiece is not to protect your teeth, as people think. It's for the jaw, and when you get hit. So it doesn't really protect your teeth. Like everybody's saying, you got your mouth guard, and it's called a mouth guard. It ain't called teeth guard. Them chiclets coming out, they're like with the slightest of.
Didn't Evan Rodriguez tell us he had to put a popsicle stick behind his teeth to straighten them out? I'm pretty sure he did.
What was that? Timu Invisalign?
Well, they had to all front. And so he had to I think he said that on the show. Like, he's like, yeah, I had because all of them got taken out. So he had to they got pushed in.
Oh yeah. So he had to put something behind it to
hockey. Yeah. Take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, the channel 104.3 WQAM on YouTube, on Twitch, Miami 104.3 WQAM. Check us on out there. You have the Heat back in action tonight, a little preseason action against the San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama in town. 7:30 is your tip from the Kaseya Center. 6:15, we got preheat for you here on FM 104.3. Don't know yet the status officially of the guards, but Davion Mitchell, Pella Larson, Kasparas Yakachonis all doing a little work yesterday, so could potentially see them in action tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that. I am very intrigued to see what these young guards can do, especially I kind of want to see what Kasparas got in the tank. I want to see what this, just because I know he's not going to play a lot in the regular season, so I kind of want to get a little peeky poo at what he's got.
All right.
Maybe a little lob to Kel'el Ware. Let's see, I'd be into that. That would make me happy. So we'll keep an eye on that and give you some coverage. Did you see all this Giannis stuff that came out yesterday? Man, there was a lot of Giannis stuff that came out
People
yesterday.
are really up in their feelings about this crap too.
Yeah, it's very it's pretty wild. Like, you know, Shams has definitely been waiting for the Giannis bomb, it feels like, for months.
Well, the way he talked about the offseason.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Got a little froggy with the whole
Got
Jimmy
a little
Butler
froggy,
thing.
and we got crickets. He's like Joker walking out of the hospital.
Yep. Absolutely. Windhorse comes out yesterday and he says there's been an expectation for quite some time that Giannis's days in Milwaukee are in one way or another numbered, whether it's going to happen this year or during the season or next summer. And I kind of look, this is the way I read it. Unless Giannis is going to go full Jimmy and he's going to make a stink, I kind of feel like the drama's over until the Bucks decide it's over. Because I'm pretty sure it seems to me like they decided, guess what, Giannis, we're going to play this puppy out a little bit because we got nothing without you. You know, because I just don't think that they feel like there's going to be somebody who offers them the moon for him. And it's one of those things where it's almost like Oklahoma City and Kevin Durant, where it's like, hey, you kind of ride it till the wheels fall off and then you deal with it, you know, because there is no good solution. But I'm pretty sure what happened here, my read of it is that Giannis probably was going to ask out this summer and didn't think the Bucks were going to be desperate enough to pull the move with the Miles Turner thing that they were, because they're like, look, dude, we made a mountain. We were able to solve the Dame thing. And he goes, damn it, I didn't see that coming. I didn't really think they were going to do that. Did you see that coming, Thinesis?
Is that really the?
That's all they can do. I mean, they had no moves, and then the only other move was, I guess we're gonna have $25 million dead on our cap for 3 years.
Oh, with
to let Dame go.
Is he's back this year, right?
Dame?
Yeah.
No, Dame's out all year.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
Dame's had one of them regular Achilles injuries, you know, the one that takes time. None of these confounded new coming back fast Achilles injuries.
Well, nobody has that.
Mm-hmm.
You just see, you don't have the different levels of injury. You just go Achilles, hammy, bone bruise.
I still think Drew Smith beat science.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen him play basketball in 2 years.
Who?
Drew Smith.
He just played.
No, I know now. I'm saying before that.
He got hurt last December. If you didn't recall it for 2 years, that's just because Frog Boy has inundated you with Drew Smith hate, which is unwarranted and rude.
I don't have Drew Smith hate.
He brainwashed
you.
you.
Don't. Frog Boy does. Drew Smith, one of the most pleasant people on this planet. Living his life, living his dreams.
Marcos is Boo Smith. Boo.
Well,
what do we got? What's on the docket tonight for me? Give me some sports stuff.
You got baseball. You got a full docket of baseball.
Okay.
All kinds of games. I think WNBA is back tonight.
Yeah.
I think the
WNBA is back. Aces are up 2-0.
Hockey, NHL coverage continues tonight. Let me give you the games in the NHL. Oh, you got what do we see?
Who's Wednesday night now? Because now they do different channels, right?
TNT still has. That's their national. That's their baby now. They got Bruins and Caps. Oof. I guess you got Ovechkin. If you're up late, Kings.
He's still
and
playing?
I think so. I don't think he went anywhere. Did he retire?
I don't think so either. He's what, 43?
40.
40.
He'll be, he just turned 40.
Man.
Past Gretzky.
Yeah.
So you got that, and then the late game is Kings and Knights. Does that Vegas stadium not scare the crap out of you every time we go there and around a game?
Oh my goodness!
It just like a bomb goes up. The whole building shakes from the outside.
The crazy thing about it is, everybody funnels through the same like corridor or street to get to the stadium, to the arena.
Yep.
And there's a restaurant right there where everybody stops and goes. I still haven't figured out how they do the food, because they come take, you don't even like, the waitress comes by to ask you if you want something to drink, and we say, yeah, we want to order food, and she's like, no, get it yourself.
Yeah, you gotta go to the window.
You gotta go order it yourself, like McDonald's.
And then you got some Canadian matchups tonight. Montreal Canadiens against the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
And then you got Flames and Oilers. And Dade South, I only got through half the album, buddy. I don't want to cheat Tay-Tay, so I got to finish the rest of the album. So I'll get to it.
Be here.
I'm gonna save it for you, Brittney, to trust me. I don't want it to be like, hey, I got my Tay-Tay album. I'm only 8 songs in.
And how do you feel about those 8 songs?
I don't want to cheat the review.
You can wait 10 days.
Wait. You want me to translate?
Hmm?
You want me to translate what that means?
He's
I listen to 2 max.
Yeah.
No, I swear to God. I just checked my notes. I just checked my notes.
Oh, so you have notes on each one?
I do.
Interesting.
Can I just say this?
Listen to
without a doubt, this is not up for discussion.
Hmm?
This is not even up for debate. He's lying.
I swear to God. I will give you my notes right now.
Flash the notes. Flash the notes.
I will. Here, hold on.
If you're making them right now.
No, I swear.
What's number 3?
That's number 3. I don't even know what song that is.
It just says
WTF.
Well, that's the other thing. I need to figure out. I got to figure out the names of the songs because I forgot what they were.
I think is the 3rd track.
I don't know what that Opalite. I don't know what the hell was going on there.
But that song is so good.
Was it?
It's a good one. It's one of the good ones.
Tobin, one of the things I sometimes lose track of when I send songs to Jennifer is I'll hear a catchy beat and I'm like, oh, I like this song, and I'll send it to her.
Right.
Number 3 is Opalite.
Yeah.
She listens to the words and
I listen
to,
to lyrics.
I'm
okay?
trying to be
I look
entertained.
for the meaning behind
I'm trying to be entertained. Is it a bop? Is it not? Whatever. So when I sent her the song that said, "Where the hell's my husband?" Like, I told her, don't read into it. Just listen to the song. It's cool. And
you can't tell me not to read.
She went all
I'm
into the meaning and the words and all that. I'm like, no. I'm a simpleton. I don't.
Yeah. Look, I'm not breaking this down. I'm just going song by song and be like, all right, that's my thought on it, and then I'm moving on. So
that's not very I mean, you're not really giving a review. You're just determining whether you like it or not.
That's exactly what a review is.
No.
You want me to become a lyricist when it comes to this
Leroy,
stuff?
can you also do me a favor? Listen to the album. I want to hear your thoughts because I respect your song choices.
Yeah, I like good
That's
songs.
a little rude.
Because you know what? I
I'm sitting here listening. I'm sitting here listening to an album I don't even want to listen to for you two.
Wait.
Tell me the truth.
Wait, can I ask you a question, Tobin?
Yeah.
Why would somebody ask you for a review of an album when you have number 3, WTF?
Yeah.
and you upset that nobody wants that
But as we got further down the list, he had more of an analysis for the song.
Well, then I started my reviews. I don't really like the first 4 songs because I got to tell you this Taylor Swift.
Those are the best ones.
No, actually they're not. They're the
Like,
worst songs.
I love the first one for sure. Father Figure, I like it. It's funny, but it's like not her best one. Eldest Daughter, I do like. Number 6, number 8, number 10. Yeah, all the other ones are good, but like not my favorite.
Yeah. Well, I did have more notes as it went on because I'm just like, all right, maybe I'll deep dive. But at the first 3, I was just like, Tay loves some her reverb. I'm like, I get you, lady. You got a great voice, but can we get some actual pipes going on with these songs? And then she starts doing that at song number 4.
This is what Taylor Swift is not a person who shows off her voice. She is a person who like writes more than she
Creates
actually
music.
Yeah, she's not
got a very nice voice.
You cannot compare her voice to Mariah Carey or
comparing
God knows what. Like, she's not going to go all the way.
This is Lady Gaga before she became an artist.
She's not Adele.
I would like a couple of points here. Okay, numero uno is
don't do that.
I think Tay has a very nice voice. Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with her voice.
I'm not saying she has no talent either.
No, my problem was
her range is pretty interesting.
Okay, well, my problem wasn't really with the singing voice. It was too much reverb. Like they're trying to overproduce her. It's like on like 4 songs in a row. It's like the in an echo chamber, and I'm just like, can she just sing? And then she gets to it. I'm like, boom.
Did the same guy produce her album?
I don't know.
Because sometimes when you go to a new producer, they put their own little twist on it.
It's not the same producer.
Well, no, it's the same people from her. Yeah.
But
anyway.
then that could be what that is. That's it.
She's look. I'll get to the rest of my review. I promise. We got to end the show now, but I'm halfway through. I will finish the other half.
Why do we always end the show with like everybody wanting a fist fight?
I don't know. You guys demanded my notes.
No,
you're like, you don't really have
you
notes.
said you were going to be ready for Brittney.
This is why.
You did say you were going to be ready for me.
And you also said things about talking about F1, and we never got to that.
On the way out, on the way out, Tobin does this. See you tomorrow.
No, because you won't see me for 10 days, and so it's not fair.
What do you want to zoom in tomorrow for a segment? Can you join us for a segment tomorrow, and I can give my Tay review?
Maybe I'll try.
All right, I'll text you before the show and see if you have time.
I'll try. I have a lot to do.
Because tomorrow I drive to Miami, which will inevitably give me time to listen to the rest of Diary of a Showgirl.
Wow, you know what? I don't want to hear your review, Leroy.
Why isn't that what it's called?
I want to hear yours.
All right.
Did you say diarrhea?
Diary of a Showgirl. Isn't that what it's called?
You know what? We're ending the show right
Is that not what it's called? I thought it was Showgirl. It's Showgirl something. We got to go. Back tomorrow. I want to go see the Gooch. People are still dropping ass to the Charleston. What is this, Ethel? They've added a trombone. Well, I think a lot of people, I think that's another minute, but I can talk.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.